After one of the most dramatic endings to a baseball game back on Saturday, we are back here in the broadcast booth. Jayce, Cicinelli, Stephen Buxton on the call for you guys tonight here at Palm Springs Stadium. As Palm Springs Power hosting the Inland Valley Pirates, first time here at home as we saw them back in the road doubleheader. Didn't have that on the broadcast for you guys, but Power coming in 6-0 in CPCL play and another CPCL game here today. And Steven, with Brenton Thiels on the mound, what can we expect from him?
Yeah, I mean, Brenton Thiels, he's coming off one of basically the most dominant outings you could see out of a pitcher. I mean, you can't get much better than 5 innings out of the pen. He's faced 16 batters, retired 15 of them, struck out 13. It was just fastball after fastball after fastball. I mean, there was no way around it. All he was doing was just throwing what was working and simply overpowering them.
Yeah, and he loves to throw that fastball, definitely over a 50% fastball usage, throws a lot of strikes, and I think the most impressive stat for him is he's faced 27 hitters, he's struck out 16 of them, and has not walked one batter. Hitters just hitting .038 against him, so not even 100 batting average against him in those 8 innings pitched. He's 2-0 as well, and this will be his first start on the mound. It'll be interesting to see against a very good Inland Valley Pirates team, but he faced this team actually in his Power debut on that road doubleheader, and Power won that game 9-6 and 4-2 in those games, and in that outing he went 3 innings, allowed 2 runs, but none of them were earned, just 1 hit and 3 punch-outs. No free passes, a guy that always his command is on point, and he will be around that strike zone. And we quickly take a look at both of the starting lineups. First for the visiting team, Inland Valley Pirates. Isaiah Waltz will be leading off at shortstop, Garrett Patterson in the 2-hole at the designated hitter. Landon Greenhouse in the 3-hole at center field. Connor Green in the cleanup spot at first base. Sonny Rios in left field. Diego Orozco in right field. Eddie Alfaro at second base. And the 8-9 Evan Evidia at the hot corner. And Max Shore behind the plate. And they'll have Alex Chavez on the mound for them. And now we take a quick look at the Power starting lineup. Eli Brown, the ever-dangerous, back in the leadoff spot in left field. Noah Blythe, first time in the 2-hole this season in right field. Aiden Torek back in the 3 spot after the night off where he came in later in that crazy game with that base clear and double. He's back in center field. Austin Haller, first time he is in the cleanup spot tonight at second base. Mark Kirkland back in the 5 spot at first base. Alonzo Reyes getting the start again tonight, doing the catching in the 6th spot. And rounding out the 7-8-9, Cody Kashimoto at short, Richie Amavisca in the hot corner, and Aiden Perez at DH. And we mentioned Brenton Thiels on the mound for Power, and we're ready to go pretty soon with first pitch just being among us here. And Power, we mentioned 12-0 entering tonight, 31 straight wins, Steven, and obviously that's impressive for any ball club.
Yeah, I mean, you literally can't do better than what they've done since last season. Again, 31-0 since their loss against the Legends last year. They've had a few close ones, but overall, it's really just they come in and they do their job. They play really, really efficient baseball. They take their walks. They work really long counts. And overall, they take advantage of every mistake that the other team does, and they play so aggressively that they force a lot of them.
Yeah, and Power will have their hands full tonight as, again, we mentioned we didn't have the broadcast for the doubleheader, but I was fortunate enough to be in attendance for those 2 games. And Inland Valley Pirates, they have a lot of good pitching, a lot of guys that will be around the strike zone. They have a lot of velocity as well. And Power struggled in that Game 2 doubleheader. It was a 2-2 ball game before a 2 RBI double off the bat of Aiden Perez in that game, and that got him that doubleheader sweep on the road. That was at Cal Poly Pomona College, and now they make the travels here to Palm Springs Stadium, first time, and Power will be in their all-white uniforms, first time that we've seen that here at home, and obviously the red team, the Inland Valley Pirates, the road team. So just about ready for baseball soon, and we'll let our PA, EJ Sanchez, tonight take it away with the lineups. We'll have the national anthem as well, and we will be right back with you guys shortly. As Power take the field here at Palm Springs Stadium. Back here for another 7 p.m. ball game here, and Power taking the field. Let's take a quick look at the defensive for the Power. Eli Brown, Aiden Torek, and Noah Blythe rounding out the outfield left to right. On the left side of the infield, Richie Almavisca and Cody Kashimoto at short. Austin Haller and Mark Kirkland will command the right side. Behind the plate, Alonzo Reyes, and on the bump, as we mentioned, Brenton Fields.
Yeah, and on the bump, Brenton Fields, again, it's that overpowering fastball. It's such a big body. You don't see a 7-foot pitcher out there. I know it's been played out over and over again throughout some of our broadcasts, but you can't stress that enough. It's just such a different look. It's jarring for the opposing pitcher or the opposing hitter to go from, let's say it's a pitcher who's 6 foot, releasing the ball at about 5'10", maybe even at head level. But you go from that to a guy who's another foot taller, and he's throwing even harder than a lot of these guys are.
Yeah, he's been sitting in the lower 90s. We've seen 94 a couple times from him, and, he's a guy who, one of the fastest on this Power pitching staff, a guy who will pump strikes and a lot of first pitch strikes and really loves to get ahead of hitters.
Yeah, and I don't think when I was on that call the other day for Brenton throwing those 5 innings in relief, I don't think I saw him throw more than one ball in a row. He might have had a second, but it was basically just strike, maybe get a ball, but he was back in the zone. He's just attacking hitters. He's not afraid of allowing a hit because he knows with his stuff, it's most likely not going to be good contact.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, Power winning the doubleheader on the road against these Inland Valley Pirates, first time coming here to Palm Springs Stadium. And again, as we mentioned, if you guys are just joining us, they won those 2 games on the road, a doubleheader back-to-back, 9-6 and 4-2. So Brenton Fields knows this ball club very well. 3 innings, allowed 2 runs. Again, as we mentioned, none earned, however, and 3 punch-outs in that outing. No free passes so far this season compared to his 16 strikeout in those 8 innings he's pitched so far. So we're ready for baseball. Isaiah Waltz, the shortstop, leading it off for the Pirates. Fields starting out of the stretch when base is empty. First pitch, and that misses low for ball 1. Another good clear skies weather here in Palm Springs. They're in the low 90s. Next delivery, fastball right down Broadway. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. That one at 93 already. Second pitch in the ball game, and he's already hit a 93. 1-1 delivery. Off speed, dives low and away for ball 2.
And for Fields, he throws a fastball, a slider, a changeup, a cutter. He's probably not going to throw a lot of those. He's going to focus on fastball, but he's just the perfect guy to get a quick start for the Power. Again, he pounds the zone, and he should be able to, once they get a lead, just ride that and continue to give them quality.
The 2-1 delivery mitched inside, 92 on the fastball, and Fields behind the count, 3-1. Something you won't see a lot of in 3-ball counts. Hitters count for Waltz. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Blew it right by him, and back in the count now to a full count. That's a good spot there on the fastball. Kind of more of a sinker on that pitch, kind of just diving low in the zone as it got closer to the hitter, and if he can throw that for a lot of strikes, that's going to be a hard pitch to hit. Full count offering. 3-2. Fastball just misses outside for ball 4.
Yeah,
Does not go in favor of him on our track man. It was in the zone for strike 3, but it goes in favor of the Pirates.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Brenton Fields right there. He did a really good job kind of sequencing the pitches in there. He was moving the eye level up with his fastball, had a slider down low, and right after that, the low fastball kind of froze the hitter a little bit. And then another one that he swung at right there, he should have gotten the call, though.
First pitch, and he gets ahead of Garrett Patterson. Swung on and missed on that fastball, and that's now Brenton Fields' first free base of the season. So first walk issued. 0-1 here to Garrett Patterson. And he fouls that one off to the right side. Another fastball in the outer half. We've seen him hit 94 so far, but he's been sitting 92, 93 early on, and that arm still getting loose. That's definitely encouraging to see. Patterson from Upland, California, and currently at UC San Diego. Runner on the move, 0-2. Hit and run, and a bloop shot into right. Had to protect 0-2. Going to third on the play will be Waltz, and he was on there. So a single for Patterson, and Waltz advances first to third.
Jayce, Waltz got really lucky right there. As he was going around second, he kind of tripped up on the base and stumbled for a bit before recovering and eventually going over to third. But it looked like for a second, if that ball was hit any harder, the throw from Noah Blythe is probably going to get Waltz by a couple feet.
Yeah, I said hit and run on the pitch, but obviously 0-2 count, you got to protect. And obviously he was on the move. Patterson had to protect. A little bloop shot, ran the fastball inside. His first pitch swinging and found that off down the right field line to the three-hitter Landon Greenhouse, who's in center field for the Pirates. And first and third, no outs, and early trouble here for Fields. We mentioned he already pitched against this team once, so obviously hitters have the advantage when you've seen a pitcher already once this season. 0-1 delivery. And again, fouling it off to the right side.
And Jayce, what we'll see a lot through this lineup, Landon Greenhouse, it's a really talented lineup. It looks like he's a Long Beach State former fallback. He spent his time over at Riverside RCC, had some time over there. He's going to be transferring out soon, but there's a lot of Division I bodies on this Pirates team.
Fields looking for a big strikeout ahead 0-2, trying to get him on 3 pitches. Out of the stretch, and the runner takes off, and now he has to step off, and didn't even notice it was Patterson, the runner, who was taken off. And a lot of times you'll see a pitcher balk, so good job for Fields to just quickly step off, not panic, and back again 0-2 with a super big lead over there at first. 0-2, here's a chopper to Amavisca at third. Fields in, and it's off the glove. Going first to third will be Patterson. Early trouble for the Power, and it results in the first run for the Pirates.
That's just a tough break there for the Power. I mean, it's a little bit of an emergency hack right there, in off the hands, just little chopper down past the mound, and Richie, who's been so good all season, just gets it in between hops and boots it off the heel of that glove.
So E5 recorded there from Amavisca, and Greenhouse reaches. Won't get the RBI, however, because of the air, and that'll bring up Connor Green. Cleanup hitter at first base tonight. Takes a fastball right there down the middle here. 93 miles per hour. No balls and a strike. Connor Green from La Habra, California, is currently at Citrus High School, and he's torn it up there. 398 batting average and 128 at-bats. There goes the runner, hit and run, and that one's fouled off right by the screen. So he was on the move and quickly behind 0-2.
Jayce, this is something we haven't seen against the Power, a team that immediately comes in and they're trying to play their own game. Just immediate aggression on the bases. I mean, almost borderline haphazardly, like just trying to steal over and over and over and possibly get into the pitcher's head.
Yeah, we mentioned the road doubleheader. Both of those games, Pirates started out the game leading in both of those as the runner takes off for second, and Greenhouse easily swiping the bag for an extra 90. So he's got a stolen base, and that's a big situation. Now it takes the double play out of it, and if you get a base knock here, that's going to score 2. Still no one home, or no one out, a ball and 2 strikes. So Patterson at third, Greenhouse at second. 1-2 to Green, and Green lines one into left. 1 run's coming home, 2 runs are going to score, and it's a 2 RBI single for Connor Green, and Powers down big early, 3-0.
That's just a really good job by Green after the stolen base. They're not getting in the way of it, keeping the bat back, not getting a foul ball, preventing that. And then the next pitch, what looked like a slider right over the middle. I mean, you couldn't have it in a worse spot on the plate right there. Just hung one, and he takes it and doesn't do too much with it, just throws it into left field.
Yeah, slider pretty much misses right down Broadway, and that can't happen on a 2-strike count when you're trying to get a hitter to chase or you're trying to get soft contact. But again, as you mentioned, hanging that one, and that costed him another 2 runs. So 3-0 early on 2 hits so far for the Pirates. Still no one home, and that'll bring up Sonny Rios, the left fielder. First pitch, and he fouls that off to the right side. Besides the first batter, Thiels, one thing he has done good is he's been getting ahead of hitters. It's just once he's been getting 2 strikes on hitters, he hasn't really had that put-out pitch that we've seen so far in the past of his first 2 outings. Out of the stretch, the 0-1, and fouled back behind the screen. Quickly 0-2. Sonny Rios from Santa Ana College. One of the few that's actually from Santa Ana College on this Inland Valley Pirates roster. Trying to get a strikeout, the 0-2, and it just chops it foul to the left side.
It's a really good pitch right there. Looks like either a cutter or changeup right there, just out of the zone. Had enough on it to be able to make contact. Good job by Rios right there, but even if he had got more of the bat on it, there's nothing you could do.
0-2 again, and this one's lined into right, coming on, and now plays it on hop is Noah Blythe. So 5 straight hitters have reached on base, 3 have scored, and still no one out.
Jayce, I don't think I've seen an inning like this from the Power all year.
Absolutely. 4 hits now, or pardon me, 3 for the Pirates. The leadoff man walked. Garrett Patterson followed that up with a single. Landon Greenhouse reached on an error from Richie Amavisca, and then back-to-back singles from Connor Green and Sonny Rios. So still no one home. Diego Orozco, the right fielder, takes a big cut, came up empty on the fastball. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, I mean, the closest thing I could think of to this inning right now is that inning that Dylan Van Meeteren had against the Legends a couple weeks ago, but that was mostly just off of walks. They weren't hitting off of them.
0-1, that misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still no bullpen movement. Casey Dale and Reed Santos so far going to continue to let Brenton Thiels work. Trying to get out of this jam, trying to get some outs. Try and get a ground ball double play here. Middle infield in their double play depth. 1-1 delivery. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Fastball at 90, but how about the location? Right on the outer black and gets ahead again.
Yeah, and look at that. I mean, it had 7 inches of horizontal movement on that. It was just tailing away from the batter. I mean, that's a perfect pitch right there.
So 1-2 count. Thiels continuing to work low, trying to get the ground ball double play. 1-2. That was a cutter that missed up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seeing the cutter early on thrown in this inning, and he doesn't throw that a lot, but it's been sitting the mid-upper 80s. Fastball, as we mentioned, low to mid-90s. 2-2. Fastball, got him looking on the outside corner. Gets a big strikeout, 1 out here in the first. That was a beautiful pitch that he needed. It did miss a couple inches off the plate, but a borderline call, and Thiels able to get the first out of the ballgame via the strikeout.
Yeah, and that's a great job by Reyes behind the plate, setting up outside and just framing it, getting that call on the black right there.
First pitch misses outside to the 7-hitter, Eddie Alfaro, playing second base tonight for the Pirates.
And those 2 pitches just, it shows the importance of hitting your spots, having where the catcher sets up, because right there, Reyes had to reach for it, and that pitch was almost middle of the zone, and he didn't get the call.
Next one, and that misses low and away as well. So 2 balls, no strikes. Pretty good spot there, and just not getting the call right there below the knees. So 2-0 count. Only the second hitter he's been behind here in the first inning. 2-0. Fastball that time got the call in the outer black. 2 balls and a strike. Again, if you're Thiels, allowed 3 runs so far, but I mean, this inning could really get away from you. See if he can make some good pitches on the lower quadrant of the zone that he's been making. Just hasn't really gotten a lot of swings from the Pirate hitters, but that's a perfect ground ball pitch. 2-1. Good pitch on the inside corner. So count goes even at 2-2.
And this is a really big pitch here, or really just a big at-bat, because if Thiels gets a ground ball, he's out of the inning. If he could get the strikeout, he's a pop-out away. As long as he doesn't let Alfaro on base, I mean, he could get out of this in a pretty good spot.
2-2 just misses above the letters for ball 3. Another borderline call. And, I mean, you're making some good pitches if you're Thiels. You're just so far not getting calls early on.
Yeah, he's not getting the calls, but he's also just off on his spots, though, to the point where Reyes has to reach a far way across the plate to get to the ball.
So a full count pitch coming up, and really a big pitch. He's allowed already 1 walk. That was to the leadoff man. 3-2, got him! And now it says fouled at the plate. Looked like a swing and miss, but not held on there from the catcher. So we'll run it back again at 3-2. Another good pitch, fastball in the lower quadrant, and another good spot, just not able to get the swing and miss that he wanted. Got to give credit to these Pirate hitters early on. They've really been grinding out a lot of these at-bats. So another full count pitch coming up. Thiels from the stretch, checks his runners. Kicks and fires, runners on the move, 3-2. And we'll go back again to 3-2. A double steal, potential hit and run on a 3-2 count, and we'll do it again at 3-2.
Jayce, that pitch right there, just top of the zone. If I'm Brenton, if I'm Alonso Reyes behind the plate, I'm calling that same pitch, just trying to go about 2-3 inches above that. Just make sure he can do nothing with it, but move that eye level.
And he has him picked off. He steps off, and they'll easily tag the runner to third. They go to second, but they can't get that runner. So Connor Green gets picked off, but advancing 90 feet to second is Sonny Rios. Good job there from Thiels, recognizing, stepping off, hearing his infielders helping him out, communicating, and that's what you want to see. So now a big pitch coming up. Could get out of the inning right here. 2 outs now, full count. Runner at second. Power down 3-0 here in the top half of the first. Out of the stretch, the 3-2. And that one's going to be fouled off down the right field line.
Jayce, I was going to talk about how I would think if I'm Reyes going over and having a meeting with Thiels, trying to get the looks changed, trying to get the timing changed, because the runners early on, I mean, there was nothing the two could do about it. But right there, Thiels does a good job of keeping his eye on him. And, I mean, he had him dead for rights right there on that pickoff move.
So another full count pitch. Here it comes, 3-2. And off speed, misses low and away for ball 4. So we mentioned in the opening, Thiels not allowing a walk all season in his first 2 outings in 8 innings, and he's allowed 2 here in the first. And again, you got to credit the Pirate hitters continuing to spoil a lot of pitches, a lot of good locations. Thiels also hasn't gotten a lot of calls to really go his way, and now we're down here to the 8-hitter Evan Avidia, playing the hot corner for the Pirates. And first one, that one sails over his head, nearly hits his helmet. And both runners will advance on the wild pitch. So this inning could really, really get away from you here for Thiels trying to get this final out. 2 runners now in scoring position with 2 away. Power in the bottom of the first. We'll have Eli Brown, Noah Blythe, and Aiden Torek. Thiels trying to keep it right here where it's at. 1-0. There's a little jam shot in on the hands right here to Mark Kirkland, and he fields it himself. Steps on the bag, 3 unassisted to end the frame, but Power down early here in the first. The Pirates with 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first from Palm Springs Stadium, 3-0 Pirates.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here for the home half of the first. Power trailing 3-0 early. Eli Brown, Noah Blythe, and Aiden Torek ready to lead off the home half of the first is Alex Chavez, the right-hander on the mound for the Pirates. From Orange, California, currently just finished his high school career at Orange Lutheran High School. And story on Orange Lutheran, they've been one of the best high schools in the whole nation. You talk about being ranked 5th in the whole nation and 2nd in California. So a right-hander coming over from a top 5 high school in the nation, you got to expect he's going to be a very talented arm on the mound tonight.
Yeah, and he's ready for the moment. I mean, you've been pitching in big games against the schools like La Mirada, Calabasas, all that for years now. So going up against a really talented power team, I mean, he's just coming out of high school like a couple of these pitchers have, but he's got to be extra prepared.
So he starts Eli Brown with a ball outside, 1-0, and Brown swings away, but fouls that down the left field line by the bullpen. Eli Brown, really since being in the leadoff spot, he's really gone up a notch as far as providing a lot of hits for this Powers offense. 1-1 delivery. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Looked like his batting glove kind of slipped there. He might try and get some pine tar after that swing. Eli Brown, he did not play in that doubleheader against the Pirates. He was still coming back from a day-to-day injury. Same as Aiden Torek. They did both not come, or they both didn't show up, pardon me, on that doubleheader. And Eli Brown, 2 out of the last 3 games, he's had a multi-hit game. He's had 4 all season. He obviously had that big 4-for-5 performance back on last Wednesday, a week from tomorrow that will mark against the Cal Highlanders. Went 4-for-5 in that game. 3 runs scored, a double, a home run, 5 RBIs, and a walk. So he was able to reach on base for 5 out of the 6 plate appearances. 1-2, and he goes down swinging on the heater. So 1 out early on for the Pirates pitching. And Alex Chavez earns his first punch out, and that will send up Noah Blythe. So far, he hit 90 there on that pitch, and that was a good location. Upper outside quadrant against the left-handed hitter, and he's able to get that swing and miss pitch. So here's Noah Blythe. As he takes a strike on the outer black. Noah Blythe comes in with a 7-game hit streak, and an interesting fact for him, he's reached on base all 11 games he has played in. The next one sends this fly ball, deep fly ball out to center field. Carrying, kind of drifting to the ball, but able to put it away was Greenhouse for out number 2.
That's just tough right there for Noah Blythe. Absolutely tattoos a ball. 96 off the bat. But, hey, man, here's a 392-foot out. I mean, it seems like every game Noah Blythe and There's a couple of other guys, but he gets it the most. I mean, just such solid contact, but it's just go back to the bench after that.
So 2 outs, base is empty, and Torek goes after the off-speed pitch, a good pitch, and he's swung out and early and missed it for strike 1. 0-1 delivery, and that one runs inside. Another off-speed, and getting the scouting report early on, it looks like Chavez had. Aiden Torek, arguably the best fastball hitter on this power lineup. Obviously, 2 out of the 3 home runs hit for this power team, and he takes low. That time it was the fastball, spiked it in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Aiden Torek from St. Mary's College. So far, currently with the biggest game hit streak so far with 8. And he sends this one out to deep left center field. That one's going to split the alley. It's going to one-hop the wall, and Torek with a 2-out stand-up double.
Aiden Torek just, again, back-to-back guys with massive pop, and he's shown it the most so far this season. Again, the 2 home runs, and he almost had another one right there. Fastball up in the zone, kind of over the middle of the plate, and just pulls it all the way to the gap right there. I mean, he just missed one.
Yeah, 98 exit velocity, and that's the pitch you can't throw to Aiden Torek. He loves his fastballs, as we mentioned, but especially when it's elevated in the strike zone, and he was able to send that into the left center alley. So here's Austin Haller. First time he's been in the cleanup spot all season. Obviously the hit leader for power is the first pitch. Takes outside on the fastball for ball 1.
And, Jayce, I mentioned that on the mound, Chavez has been pitching in big games. I mean, his team, Orange Lutheran, they just won probably the most competitive high school tournament in the country, winning CIF Southern Section Division I.
1-0 and a well outside. That would have hit a right-handed batter way into the right-handed batter's box. 2-0 to Haller.
And
Haller, as we mentioned, 22 hits out of 47 at-bats, a .468 batting average. Also a .528 on-base percentage, and one of the guys who continues to find hits in bunches. Leads power as well with multi-hit games with 8 as he takes outside again. 3-0 count. Mark Kirkland would be due up next.
Yeah, Austin Haller, I mean, he hasn't been the biggest power guy yet. There's not been a ridiculous amount of pop, but he'll get a double here and there in the gaps. It's really just his approach. He's a line drive hitter from field to field, and again, it's just a selfless approach he takes, like right there, getting a walk.
Yeah, Austin Haller, as he draws the 4-pitch walk, he's a guy who knows the strike zone. He knows the pitches he can handle, and he does a phenomenal job as far as being able to take pitches, a lot of close pitches, maybe some breaking balls that you'll see a lot of guys swing out of the zone, expand the zone, especially with 2 strikes, and he loves to be in those hitter counts, 2-strike counts. He's very comfortable shortening up, putting the ball in play, but able to obviously draw the 4-pitch walk there. So here's Mark Kirkland, speaking of walks. He leads the power in walks, also on base percentage. First pitch, he takes outside.
Well, Jayce, he leads the power in walks, but it's not even close. He's got 14. The next most is Cody Kashimoto with 9.
Next one to Kirkland, and that one misses as well. So 2-0, 6 straight out of the zone for the right-hander Alex Chavez. Kirkland with 10 RBIs on the season, 2 extra base hits with a double and a triple. Trying to get the power on the scoreboard, ahead 2-0, and he takes low in the dirt as well. So 7 straight out of the zone, a 3-0 count, and on deck would be Alonzo Reyes, one of the best hitters with runners in scoring position on this power lineup. 7 straight out of the zone, you definitely expect Kirkland taking all the way here. 3-0. And another 4-pitch walk. So 8 straight out of the strike zone. And now a little mound visit here between the manager and catcher for the Pirates. Max Shore going to go talk it over with Alex Chavez.
Yeah, if I'm Max, I mean, I would have probably had this meeting before I give up the walk to Mark Kirkland right there, but at least you're getting it before Alonzo Reyes is coming up. I mean, there was 7 straight balls right there, and at least 4 of them weren't even competitive out of the hand. You just got to change up the tempo. You got to change up the rhythm. Get something different going through Chavez's mind because, again, it's not like this is the biggest spot he's been in. We mentioned that he just won the CIF Division I title for Southern Section with Orange Lutheran, and it was a gauntlet that they went through. Cathedral Catholic, Santa Margarita, and they won it against La Mirada. I mean, those are some of the powerhouse schools in the country.
Yeah, I mean, obviously La Mirada, where Jared Jones came from, the Mr. Fireball thrower for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And, I mean, you talk about a lot of good athletes coming there from La Mirada High School. And now a base-loaded 2-out jam for Alonzo Reyes. He started out scorching hot for the Power. He was actually the player of the game in his Power debut as he takes a strike on the lower quadrant of the zone. That was against the Inland Valley Legends. Went 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, had 4 RBIs, a walk as well. Since then, he's just 1 for 8, and he's trying to get back on track. And he lines one into left for a base hit, right past the diving third baseman, Avidia. That's going to easily score 2. Scoring is Torek and Haller, and right on cue, Alonzo Reyes continuing to swing the bat with runners in scoring position.
I mean, Alonzo Reyes, what more could you ask from him? He's been able to DH, he's been able to catch, he's been excellent behind the plate, and he still brings that plus bat, too. I mean, UC Irvine got a good one for when he goes over there in the fall.
Yeah, Alonzo Reyes, who previously played at Cerritos College, committed this spring to UC Irvine, and obviously very well deserved for him, as that brings up Cody Kashimoto, the shortstop from St. Mary's, sending that first pitch down the line, down the left side and out of play.
And for Alonzo Reyes, a lot of it, too, is just having the humility to take that step down from Long Beach. He wasn't getting the playing time. It wasn't the home he needed, so he went down to Cerritos, absolutely just played fantastic over there, and the scouts saw something in him over at UC Irvine, and he'll have some time in the infield, but he'll primarily be a catcher.
Looked like a changeup out of the hands. Looked like it was spiked, a ball and a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, the count with 2 outs. Good answer for the Power after going down early 3-0, and there goes both runners. They're going to get the second runner, Alonzo Reyes, and he is absolutely hosed at second. So good heads-up IQ play from Max Shore behind the plate, able to get the second runner out in Alonzo Reyes, who didn't have the best jump, and that's how the inning will end. But Power answers right back with 2. After 1 from Palm Springs Stadium, it's the Pirates 3, the Power 2.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Top of the second is the Inland Valley Pirates leading the Power early on 3-2. So far a high-scoring affair just through the first inning. And, you know, you look at both pitchers on the mound, Alex Chavez, who's been hitting 90-91, Brenton Fields hitting 93-94. You know, you're thinking you're going to potentially get a pitcher duel with the, you know, the maximum very good velo that we've seen early on, but both offenses starting out with a bang early on. So 9-1-2, Max Shore, Isaiah Waltz, and Garrett Patterson. First pitch swinging aggressively and fouling it behind the screen is Max Shore, the catcher. Max Shore able to gun down Alonso Reyes at second, caught stealing to end the bottom of the first. Power at first and second, tried to do a double steal. Kirkland was there easily at third, but Alonso Reyes with a late jump and got hosed at second as the next one dives low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and Shore's been doing that a while. I mean, the Palm Desert grad, he's been one of the better defensive catchers in the Valley, if not players overall, for the last couple of years when he was playing. And now right there just uses that cannon of an arm right there to gun down Alonso Reyes.
So the next one does dive, a slider low and away for ball 2. Back in his kind of home area, Palm Desert High School, and right now going to Fresno State for college. Batted .290 there and 124 at bats, 36 hits as he fouls this one out of play to the right side. Also 6 doubles as well. Only struck out 12 times in 124 at bats. So you talk about a catcher that loves to put the ball in play. He did allow 31 stolen bases and only caught 4 of them as well. So encouraging to see him throwing out a runner as he takes the slider right down Broadway, froze him for strike 3 to start the second.
Yeah, that's just a great pitch by Thiels right there. He's been pounding him inside with the fastball and throws a little cutter that starts off the plate and manages to clip the zone a little bit right there. I mean, there's not a ton you can do with that. If you swing at it, it's either going to be off your hands or you're probably going to be on top of it. So Brenton Thiels, just perfect way to start off after a pretty rocky first inning.
First pitch swinging as the leadoff man Isaiah Waltz out of play to the right side. He walked and later came around to score in the first inning, and that was really one of the first times we've seen Power be down by 3 runs early on in the top of the first. But we mentioned it earlier, Inland Valley Pirates, as that will have to wait as he lines up base hit into right center. So Waltz is on his second time already in just the second inning. A walk and now a single with 1 out.
And I'm really interested to see how these next few batters go for Thiels, because last inning he's got that long loopy rotation or that windup because, again, he's just such a big guy. It's a long arm path to travel, and he wasn't really changing up his looks, so the runners immediately just had a field day against him. Again, 2 stolen bases, but now if he can change it up, if he could start giving them some different looks, maybe speed up that windup a little bit, he could probably have some good success and have a deep outing.
So 1 on, 1 out for Garrett Patterson. He singled in the first inning. Up the middle, this could be 2. Kashimoto to Haller to Kirkland. A 6-4-3 to end the frame. That was Athena Beauty. Thiels gets out of the jam with no runs allowed here in the second. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Power trailing 3-2.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Home half for the second here at Palm Springs Stadium as Power with the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Koshi Kashimoto, Richie Amavisca, and Aiden Perez. Cody Kashimoto turning that sweet double play, the 6-4-3 to get out of the top half of the second, and Brenton Thiels was pumped to see that. After allowing 3 runs in the top of the first, Power down 3-2. They answered right back with 2 runs as Kashimoto takes the inside strike there. No balls in a strike.
And Jayce, this is going to be really interesting at bat to see with Kashimoto getting to restart that bat after Alonzo Reyes was caught stealing last inning with such a quick inning for Brenton Thiels and that quick turnaround. I mean, it must feel like there's basically nothing in between.
1-1, and he goes the other way for a base hit into left. Little inside-out swing, and Power with a leadoff base runner to open up the bottom of the second.
Right there, Cody Kashimoto able to get a fastball that's just running a little bit off the plate. Looked like it had a 2-seam action on it and just sticks the bat out and, again, gets it over the head of the infield. Didn't do a ton with it, just a smooth swing and gets enough to get on base.
So Kashimoto continuing to get on base. I'll bring up Richie Amavisca, who started that last Saturday game, the 8-7 crazy Power game that resulted in the Power win, extending their winning streak to 31 as he takes upstairs 4-1, and that was an 8-7 extra inning thriller. 1-0 delivery, and Amavisca fouls this off to the right side.
And Amavisca might have that error already in the game, but he's been a hitting machine for the Power. 323 on the year. He's got 10 hits, and when with runners in scoring position, he's been solid too. He's just overall provided a lot for this lineup.
Amavisca 4 for his last 9. He cuts and misses on the off speed. And behind in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Amavisca, who's reached on base 5 of his last 10 plate appearances. It's good for obviously a 500 on base percentage. But he has a 417 on the year as he takes a ball in the dirt for ball 2. Good block, though, however, from the catcher, Max Shore.
And for a guy you're batting low in the lineup most days, 8 runs, 5 RBIs, I mean, it's invaluable production.
So counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff man Kashimoto reached on a base hit to left. 2-2. Good hack. Staying alive on the heater. Fouling it right back behind the netting. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Amavisca goes down swinging 1 away here in the bottom of the second.
Jayce, for what it is, this is about the closest that the Power are going to see to a Brenton Thiels clone as far as Alex Chavez goes. I mean, if you look at his release height and his extension, it's pretty close to the exact same as Brenton Thiels. The only difference is his fastball is about 6 to 8 miles an hour slower, but I mean, releasing it from 7 feet up and getting over 7 feet of extension on almost every pitch except for that one right there, it's a really tough look for the Power.
So Perez takes inside 1-0. Aiden Perez again in the DH spot. Dom Hughes was originally scheduled to start as he cuts and misses a ball and a strike, but was another late scratch. Aiden Perez continuing to be in that starter DH role that we've seen since Eli Brown and Torque have come back healthy.
Warm reception for Perez, though, on his birthday.
1-1, swung on and missed for strike 2. Kashimoto goes down, and he's in there. Going on the pitch, Kashimoto picking up another stolen base and picks up a runner now in scoring position for the Power. Kashimoto just his 2nd stolen base now of the year out of 3 attempts and able to get in scoring position for a guy in Aiden Perez who only has 2 RBIs on the year. He would love to add to that total right here. 1-2. Jam shot, and it looked like it hit him, but it got off the handle, so we'll do it again at 1-2. Looked like a potential sinker. That one at 87 kind of just ran in on the hands and able to foul it off the handle. It looked like it might have got him, but with the soft contact getting around the handle area of the bat. So another 1-2. Perez trying to tie the game. 1-2. And he got him. A late delayed call, strike 3. It was a strike on the lower part of the quadrant, and 2 away here in the second.
That's just, it's a tough pitch right there. After getting the sinker in on the hands, getting that fastball low in the zone looked like it could have been even lower. Looked like it could have been fell out of the zone for a ball. I mean, Aiden Perez right there in an impossible spot.
So 2 outs for Eli Brown. 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first at bat. We mentioned the success we've seen since he's been moved to the leadoff spot as he takes way outside for ball 1. Brown, 12 RBIs on this season, 12 hits as well, 3 of those for doubles. Brown 6 for his last 12. Out of the stretch, as Chavez checks the runner and delivers, and misses outside again, 2-0. Big at bat here for Eli Brown, ahead 2-0, and you know the fastball is coming as a hitter. See if he's ready to see a pitch where he can drive if he gets one. 2-0. Fastball right on the outer black. Good location there. 2 balls and a strike.
And just back to the release height and extension part of the conversation, it's, again, this is a really tricky at-bat for Eli Brown because Chavez out there has been varying that release height by over a foot. I mean, I've seen some as low as 6 feet. And that one right there, over 7 feet high. I mean, he's going at you with different arm angles. He's getting different extension, but it's all the same pitch coming out.
Yeah, we've seen all the arm angles, but it's a matter of throwing strikes, and he hasn't been able to get ahead of hitters as much as he would like Brenton Thiels has for power. So hitters count for Eli Brown. On deck, if he were to reach, would be Noah Blythe. 3-1. And misses for ball 4. So Eli Brown draws the walk, gets on base, and that will send out Noah Blythe.
That's a great take by Eli Brown right there. I mean, that pitch was so borderline, and I mean, we've seen that get called a couple times in the game, and after getting worked outside and up, I mean, I don't know how you could lay off of that.
So here's Noah Blythe. The Hawaii Pacific product flew out to center his first at bat. First pitch swinging, goes the other way to right. That will drop in for a base hit. Kashimoto sprinting home. Here's the throw. It's cut off. We are tied at 3. Noah Blythe, again, Mr. Clutch.
I mean, what else is there to say other than every time Noah Blythe has come up with runners in scoring position, it seems like he's produced. I mean, that's his 14th RBI of the year. He's probably got more hits with runners on. I mean, just every single time Noah Blythe is up, you feel like something big is about to happen.
So 2 outs for the ever-dangerous Aiden Torek. Noah Blythe continuing to dominate in the RBI column. There's a base hit into left field. Here comes another run. The throw is cut off. Scoring is Eli Brown. All with 2 outs, the Power have rallied and have taken the lead here in the bottom of the second.
I mean, it's the story of the season right there. Eli Brown, or Noah Blythe, Aiden Torek, they've been basically 2 of the best hitters for the team. Obviously, Aiden Torek's been that big power threat, but he's still able to work that approach that most of the team does, working line to line, just hitting it into the gaps, get it over the fielder's head, and just let the runners do their thing.
So Power, after trailing 3-0 early on, 4 straight unanswered runs, and their offense continuing to pile it up at home. This team just doesn't know how to quit. They continue to always play hard no matter how much they're down or up. Casey Dill has mentioned it time after time again that they will keep playing hard until the final out of the game is recorded, and that's what they've done again here tonight.
And while they've got this meeting going, as the umpires are about to go, either tell them to call it pretty quick or break it up right here, it looks like Brenton Thiels might only have an inning or two left, because it looks like James Appleford's starting to get moving over by the bullpen down there.
Yeah, James Appleford, the new right-hander for Power, who hasn't pitched in a game yet, got here today, and he's the first guy to come out of the pen. Appleford, the UC Riverside product. As here's Austin Haller. Power looking for 3 straight hits. They already have 3 in the inning. And who else but Austin Haller, the Power hit leader? So first pitch is in there to Haller. Haller trying to come in clutch here again. Out of the stretch, his job is the 0-1. And he goes the other way to short on the backhand. Fields it, goes the short way, and well picked from the second baseman. So Waltz goes the short way, and Eddie Alfaro able to pick it out for out number 3. But Power answers back again with another 2 spot, and after 2, Power on top 4-3 as we head to the top of the 3rd.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Back here for the top of the 3rd is Power, after trailing the game early on, have taken the lead as they're continuing to come back in ball games. They lead 4-3 as the Inland Valley Pirates with the meat of the order, the 3-4-5, Landon Greenhouse, Connor Green, and Sonny Rios. Brenton Fields, after a rough first inning that we haven't seen all year from him, he came in with no walks nor earned runs, allowed 2 walks and 3 earned runs, or pardon me, 2 of those were earned out of the 3. And then he goes back in the second, gets a strikeout, allows a hit, but then able to get an inning-ending double play.
Yeah, and it's the value of that defense right there with Kashimoto up the middle. He's been so good all year. But for Brenton Fields, again, I was about to talk about how I mentioned how I was interested to see how he varies the looks, how he varies the windup, starts to try and pick back on runners. And just right there after I said that, first pitch, just one of the better double plays we saw all year.
First pitch misses up and in for ball 1 to Landon Greenhouse. 1-0 count here to Greenhouse. The 1-0. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Landon Greenhouse reached on an error in his first at bat, also stole a base, and later came around to score. He scored that 3rd and final run of the first inning. All 3 hitters were able to score as he cuts and misses again for strike 2.
And with Fields, as Looks like he got a cutter in there. The big difference from the last inning to the first inning was he wasn't leaving any pitches over the plate. He was working the corners, he was working it low, and basically nothing got touched.
As he goes low there again, but that one missed just below the knees for ball 2. And, you know, we talk about guys, pitchers in general who, you know, they come into the game, maybe they might not be sharp in that first inning. They haven't been able to locate a lot, but you come back in the second and you see the poise that Thiels provides. 2-2, got him on the outside corner. Fastball at 92, one out here in the third.
That low pitch right before, that's a good miss. A cutter low and down away. Looks like it's a strike for a while, just dips out of the zone. He could have gone and chased. That was a really good take by Greenhouse right there. But then to follow it up with another low fastball after you've seen a couple cutters diving away from you, I mean, there's not a ton you can do with that pitch low and away, but right there just dots it on the corner.
First pitch misses outside of the cleanup man, Connor Green, who had a 2 RBI single in the first at-bat of that first inning. 3 strikeouts now for Brenton Thiels tonight. All 3 have been looking. Next pitch, fouls it straight back to the netting.
And it's what Brenton's going to have to do for the rest of the night, being able to sequence that cutter and maybe get a changeup here and there, so he mix his slider in, because he's not going to be able to do the same thing he did against the Legends and just throw fastball after fastball and fastball and just overpower this lineup.
So Thiels again working from the stretch with bases empty. Fires a fastball that just missed the inner half of the plate. 2 balls and a strike.
I'm sorry, that last appearance was against the Highlanders. But again, it's just such a talented lineup. They're not used to this velocity and look, but they're prepared for it.
So that one does catch the zone on the inside corner, and he's been working the lower quadrant a lot in this ball game. Starting to get now some of the calls now from the home plate umpire, John Mejia. It's a big part of Brenton Thiels' game. Loves to work low and get some strikeouts and some groundouts and get some quick outs. Very efficient with the pitch count. 2-2. Hard ground ball to the right side. Haller fields it on the glove hand and fires to first. 104 off the bat, and Haller makes it look easy for out number 2.
But with Brenton Thiels working the count low, working the batters low on almost mostly every at-bat, it's how he needs to pitch, because coming from that massive up-high arm slot, he kind of is a little bit more side-armed than a guy who you'd see with a traditional over-the-top motion. But with him coming from that up high and working it down low with the velocity he has, he's essentially throwing bowling balls at these batters.
So 2 outs, bases empty, and swinging away first pitch and fouling it off to the right side is the 5-man, Sonny Rios.
And what I mean by that is it's really hard to get under it. It's really hard to pull anything up. It's hard to elevate, get any sort of power against Brenton Thiels.
Sonny Rios singled in his first at-bat as well. Takes an off-speed pitch. A fastball right there on the inside corner.
And by pounding it low over and over and over again, it frees that pitch up, that high fastball that will just freeze the hitter up.
Thiels trying to get his first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game. Ahead in the count, 0-2 to Sonny Rios. The 0-2. Fastball, 94 again. Misses on the outside and low and away. We've seen 94 about 6 to 7 times now for Thiels, but he's been sitting more the 91 to 93 range and continuing to try and pump the heater. 1-2. Got him on the slider. That was a thing of beauty. Devastating, going away from the hitter. His second strikeout and 4th of the ball game. A 1-2-3 inning for Brenton Thiels. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Power still on top, 4-3.
2 locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific
We
Premier
welcome you
Bank.
guys back here to the
Let's
home
build
half
your
of the
future
third as
together.
Mark Kirkland, Alonzo Reyes, and Cody Kashimoto to lead off the home half of the third. Power again, if you guys are just joining us, down 3-0 early on in the top of the first. We're able to get a 2 spot in both the bottom and of the first and the bottom of the second, and that was provided from an Alonzo Reyes 2 RBI single in the first inning, and Noah Blythe and Aiden Torek as well with RBI singles in the second.
And there's no better way to start it right here than throw up the guy who I'm willing to bet has put together the most quality at-bats out of anyone on this team with Mark Kirkland.
Mark Kirkland takes outside for ball 1. He reached on a 4-pitch walk, coming in tonight with 14, now 15 on the season, and came in as well with a .543 on-base percentage. That was the best on the team as he fouls that to the left side of the netting. 1 ball, 1 strike. He was ready to swing there. He's ready to swing the bat. Joking around with him a couple times. He wants to swing the bat. He'll take walks, but he's trying to swing the bat and get some stats for his player. And there's a line drive base hit into left center. Loves to swing the bat right on cue. Singles to open up the third.
And again, with Mark Kirkland, by saying he doesn't, or by saying he gets the most good at-bats out of anyone, I mean, it's right there. He just spits on the bad pitches, and the guy's only struck out 5 times so far this year. He just doesn't, he's not a free out. He's probably one of the harder outs to get on this team, and just takes a fastball on the corner right there, and like a lot of the team has done today, just hit it to the opposite field and go stand on first and move the line for Alonzo Reyes.
So Alonzo Reyes, first pitch swinging, fouling it straight back. And that is actually not Alonzo Reyes. So we'll have word on that when we have the new batter. But Alonzo Reyes, who's a left-handed batter, is apparently getting pinched hit for.
This is Angel Cortez.
Yeah, Angel Cortez, who just came in the game, and he pops that up into left center field. Charging on and making the grab will be Greenhouse. So we'll have information as soon as we can, but as of right now, Angel Cortez will now do the catching for the rest of the ball game. So Kashimoto now with 1 away will stand in. If it's anything injury related, gotta hope that Alonzo Reyes is okay. But again, we'll have word on that when we do. Power, really the only thing that's gone wrong for them is the injuries. Had some guys like Zach Wallace and Walker Sanders who had to leave for the summer because of some injuries, as the first one is spiked in the dirt for ball 1.
Yeah, it's really the only thing that stood in their way. I mean, Eli Brown and Aiden Torek missed a handful of games each, but when they've gotten their full lineup out there, I mean, you've seen what's happened. They're 12-0. I mean, nothing's gone wrong for them, basically, as far as the wins column.
So the next one catches the zone to Yamamoto. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Yamamoto. Next pitch, and misses outside of Kashimoto.
Jayce, we don't need to remind me about my injured Dodgers players.
Yeah, you know, Yoshinobu Kashimoto, the Dodgers right-handed pitcher, pardon me. 15-day IL. Kashimoto, however, ahead in the count 3-1. And he takes outside for ball 4. So he draws the walk, second base runner that has reached in this inning, and that will bring up Amavisca.
And right here, Richie's got to make an adjustment off that last at-bat. Just got a fastball blown right by him. Couldn't catch up with it up in the zone. Hopefully right here he's able to put something in play, and the power could possibly extend this lead, give Brenton Thiel some more cushion.
Tomaviska 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first at bat, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Richie with 3 multi-hit games on the season. He had one back last week against the Highlanders as he fouls that one back to the netting. That was back last Wednesday. Went 3 for 5 in that ball game, the second time he's had a 3-hit game this summer. Behind in the count, 0-2. Power so far have left 4 base runners on base through the first 2 innings. But they've been able to get 4 as that one misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Richie riding a 2-game hitting streak right here. 3-game on base streak. Struck out earlier, and right now in a hole, just got to put something in play.
Fans starting to get into it. We saw the electric environment from last Saturday as the off speed just misses the zone. Good eye there from Amavisca with 2 strikes. A pitch that was a borderline call, and count will run even at 2-2.
Yeah, and Jayce, I mentioned the importance of hitting your spot as a pitcher. When the catcher's set up outside and low, missing up and in is so hard of a call to get.
And that one nearly hit some, and a good block again. Max Shore really doing the dirty work back there early on. We've seen him throw out a base runner and a lot of good block spiked off-speed pitches as well.
And it's not because of anything with the pitch. It's really just having the catcher have to move his glove that far. He can't set that pitch up on the corner like he would if he hit that spot down and away.
Full count offering, and Amavisca fouls that by the power dugout on the left side. Went back to the inside corner, and Amavisca wasn't going to take that one with 2 strikes, and he's able to turn on it, and now he's battling here again at 3-2. On deck for the power would be Aiden Perez. Bottom of the order trying to provide here some more runs for the power. 3-2. And a sky-high pop-up on the left side of the infield, coming on and calling for it. Is even Avivida, and it pops out of his glove. But the infield fly rule is called, however, so it won't matter. So 2 outs now in the inning. Looks like he potentially lost it in the lights, but also taking his eye off it last second and really just didn't follow it into his glove.
Yeah, and it's just a tough break there by Amavisca. I mean, just missed a fastball right there, got right under it, and I mean, nothing you can do when you're hitting a ball 71 degrees up.
So 2 outs for the ever-dangerous Aiden Perez, who swings aggressively and fouls that straight back to the netting.
It's a hard pitch to do anything with because that pitch to Richie was up and in on the hands, and I mean, other than just getting jammed out to right field, I mean, nothing was going to happen with that pitch.
Perez 6 for 20 so far for power entering tonight. It's an exactly a 300 batting average. Next pitch, and misses right around the letters, a ball and a strike. Perez has struck out 6 times entering tonight, and he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He struck out looking back in the second. Going to Cal State Northridge next season. Runners on the move, and he fouls that back to the netting. As that was Kirkland at second. We've seen his aggressive base running really all season, and definitely not a shocker for him to be on the move.
I mean, for a big guy, he's got some wheels. He moves pretty well. Not a ton of stolen bases for Mark Kirkland, but again, he runs the bases well. He takes that extra bag every single time he can.
3 for 3 on the season. Hasn't gotten caught yet on the base pass. Ball and 2 strikes to Perez. And a blocked in the dirt, but it's going to get away. And that will go down as a wild pitch. Again, Max Shore doing everything he can, and that's just an overthrown off-speed pitch. Changeup at 77, and allows both runners now to get in scoring position with 2 away.
And again, it's little stuff like that, like being able to have the secondary lead and just be ready to take that extra base right there. There's nothing that Shore can do, even if he had the ball cleanly the first time. Mark Kirkland was going to be on third base no matter what.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild. The 2-2. Up the middle, base hit into center field. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. A 2 RBI single for Aiden Perez. Power extend the lead 6-3 here in the third.
Happy birthday, Aiden Perez. How's 2 RBIs on the night sound? I mean, just takes a low fastball, drives it right up the middle. Almost takes Chavez's legs out right there. But, I mean, just a perfect piece of hitting. Just drive it right to the biggest gap on the field.
So 2 outs. Aiden Perez now at first, and that will bring up back to the top of the order Eli Brown, who is now bat so far in every inning. His third at bat here in the bottom of the third as he takes a strike on the outer black. Brown 0 for 1 with a walk. Later came around to score as well in the second. Power so far with 2 runs scored in each of the first 3 innings. 6 runs on 7 hits. Inland Valley Pirates 3 runs on 4 hits. Next pitch, and does catch the zone on the right around the knees and quickly 0-2.
And this is what makes the Power so dangerous. Their top of their lineup gets so many at-bats because the bottom of the lineup is able to work those walks. They're able to get those hits through the gaps, get on, and extend the inning to the point where Eli Brown, he's in his third at-bat in the third inning. He might get 6 at-bats tonight.
Just Brown battle in there. 0-2 count, able to fight it off down the left field line.
And consequently, even if Eli Brown gets out right here, I mean, next inning, you're leading off with your 2, 3, and 4 hitters.
So Alex Chavez will have to wait a second. Eli Brown going to get another bat. We've seen him already one time try and look for some pine tar, but this time looking for another bat.
Yeah, he just went out for a fastball way off the plate and probably broke that one right there. That's just firewood. Don't see a ton of broken bats in the season for the Power yet. One of the first.
So Brown trying to come up clutch here again, as he's done multiple times so far this summer. The Mercer University product. Looking for his first hit, the 2-2, and he goes the other way to left field. There's a single into left. That is now the 8th hit for Power now on the night. Fastball way outside, and he just throws the bat head right at it, right off the end of the bat, able to squeeze it right past, right in that 5-6 hole on the left side of the infield, and that wrinkles into left. Extends the inning now for Mr. Noah Blythe. Noah Blythe 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Continuing his hit streak now to 8 games. And his on-base streak to 12, and he takes low for ball 1. Noah Blythe now an RBI in his last 3 games. 13 entering tonight and picking up now 14 on his last at bat. Here comes the 1-0, and he takes low again, and hitters count now 2-0 to Noah Blythe. He has played in 11 of the 12 Power games, and entering tonight, now 12 out of the 13, and has been able to get on base. Obviously the Power hitter leader last year with 40, and an exceptional season for him. And he's picked up so far this summer right where he left off. Ahead 2-0. Big swing and a miss. Behind on the fastball, and that one's at two balls and a strike.
How much did Noah Blythe want to get 2 more RBIs on the tally right there? I mean, fastball caught a lot of the plate there, kind of middle height, but Noah Blythe just gave it his all right there, trying to send it 390 over the wall.
2-1, and he fouls that off to the right side.
Now here's where Noah's been so dangerous. He cuts down the swing a little. He'll choke up on the bat a little. In this 2-strike approach, he's been so hard to get out.
Noah Blythe, we talked about his exceptional season last year. 40 hits out of 103 at-bats, a .388 batting average. Also led the teams in doubles, runs scored, and 25 RBIs as he takes upstairs. What makes Noah Blythe such a good hitter is he knows the pitches he can handle. He doesn't chase a lot, and he just finds base hits, especially when runners are in scoring position. One of the best RBI hitters on this team. Runners will be on the move. Full count pitch coming up with 2 outs. And there they go, the 3-2, and foul to the right side.
And no, you said he doesn't chase a lot. I mean, he doesn't walk a lot either, but he's only struck out 6 times so far this season for 52 at-bats, 11 games. I mean, he's almost striking out basically once a series for these teams.
He only had 15 strikeouts last summer, and that was in 103 at-bats. Another full count pitch coming up, the 3-2. Blythe goes down on the corner for strike 3. Got him looking, and that will end the inning. But Power picks up another 2, and after 3, Stephen Buxton will be on the call for the next 3 innings. Power on top, 6-3.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Welcome back. 4th inning here in Palm Springs. Power up 6-3. A trio of 2-run innings after Brenton Thiel's on the mound right now. Got touched up a little in the first. Couple of walks, couple of hits in the first, resulted in 3 runs, but since then it's been smooth sailing. Brenton Thiel's kicks and deals to Diego Orozco. That one goes outside for a ball. Thiel so far, again, after that first inning, he's faced just 6, struck out 3, has 4 on the night. Ball 2 right there to Orozco. I'm sorry, he has 5 on the night. Orozco struck out once against him. And Thiel looking to carry on what he's been doing. Another quick inning, get the offense out there. And for what they've done so far, he can't ask for much more. 6 runs of support, again, after they went down early. Noah Blythe with an RBI. Aiden Perez with a couple RBIs. Fastball misses outside right there, 3-1.
And really the difference we've seen from Brenton Thiel's after the first inning is he wasn't dotting his pitches like we've seen the last 2 innings, and that's why he's been so dominant ever since.
3-1 pitch from Thiel's, gets the zone. Orozco, check swing there, but whether or not he held up doesn't matter. It caught a lot of the plate. Full count for Thiel's, who's been pounding the fastball, but he's had to mix in other pitches too. And it blows it by him right there. 92 on the corner. Another strikeout for Thiel's. Second of the night against Diego Orozco. Eddie Alfaro, the second baseman's coming up.
And that is 4 strikeouts now out of the last 5 hitters he's faced. And as well as you guys might have guessed, that is 5 straight retired for Brenton Fields.
Again, he had that game against the Highlanders where, he couldn't be stopped. Came in after Zach Novus and basically took the rest of it. 5 innings, 13 Ks, only 1 base runner. Not the same here, but he's managed to give the power quality as that one shot out into center, camping under it is Torek. He'll call everyone out and take that one for the second out of the inning.
And you can't be more dialed in than this. You get a strikeout, now 5 on the ball game, and then you get a soft contact pop out into center field. And after the first inning, a lot of times pitchers, you let that first inning get in your head and you don't really have that positive mindset. But Fields, right after that rough first inning, 1 out away now from going for 3 straight shutout innings.
Fields to Evan Navidia, and that one can't feel good. 91 right off the back. Fields hits Avidia. He'll go to first, and up comes Max Shore. Fastball just got away from him. Shore, the local kid, went to Palm Desert. Played for Coach Daryl Salazar over there. Made a couple runs in the CIF playoffs. And overall, one of the better products that school's put out. They've got their major league players. They've got a lot of players at high-end schools, but Shore was a captain of that team for 3 years. All CIF selection for several of them. And he takes the first pitch and deposits that one into right field. Blythe will pick it up. Runners will go station to station. And there's 2 on with the top of the lineup for the Pirates.
Yeah, they're starting to sit low in the zone. They're recognizing that Fields keeps trying to go down there in the zone, and this time Shore was ready from his last at-bat, recognizing that he's going to keep going there, and the batters are going to start making the adjustments, and that's what he does. Goes down, gets it, and shoots it the other way to right.
And with the top of the lineup up, Fields, as he blows that one right by Isaiah Walls. Again, we're going to see how he's changed it up from the first inning, whether it's looks, whether it's just speeding up that windup out of the stretch. He hasn't had a ton of base runners since that first inning, so he hasn't had to throw many stressful pitches. Second pitch, down in the way, ball 2.
Yeah, on that note, the Pirates have only stranded 1 base runner, and that was in that first inning. So talking about not allowing base runners really since that first inning. You get that strikeout, that double play in the second, and he's been lights out since.
1-1 pitch, can't catch the corner, just inside, ball 2. 2-1, 2 outs here. Again, 2 runners on. It's Max Shore on first, Evan Avidia on second. Brendan Fields blows a fastball, looks like a cutter right by him. Low in the zone, just couldn't get to it.
Yeah, that's a devastating pitch right there. That's that sinker that we've seen occasionally. Normally a fastball, cutter, slider, changeup, but there's been a couple fastballs where we might have to talk to him after the game because that's that nasty sinker movement that's just going down to hitters when it's getting closer to the plate.
2-2 pitch, 2 outs. That one's skied high in the air, just behind first. Kirkland will camp under it, no big deal. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. Power put up another 0 with the Pirates, and they'll go back up to hit in the bottom of the 4th. Aiden Torek, Austin Haller, Mark Kirkland due up here on the Power Broadcasting Network. We'll be right back.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST. And declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice. So get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here for the 4th inning in Palm Springs. Jayce, we've got a new pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, new pitcher, the right-hander for the Pirates. It's number 32, but I don't believe we have that here on our roster. So we have a 34, a 30, and a 22, but we don't have a 32. So we don't know for sure who's pitching for the Pirates.
Yeah, it looks like it's Brett Bowers for the Pirates.
And that's one of the newcomers now on this roster, so obviously his number just not being updated. But Brett Bowers, one of the new guys who probably just got here for the Inland Valley Pirates.
Bowers to face Kirkland, or to face Torek, Haller, and Kirkland.
Bowers a two-way player, right-hander from Helendale, California, and currently at Campbellsford University.
Throws in a curveball there, and it just slips right out of the hand. Ball one.
Yeah, Campbellsville University, pardon me. 6'1" right-hander, 215, and don't have any stats on him, but previously came from Lindenwood University and Riverside Community College.
Two-one pitch here to Torek, and he'll foul that one back off the net. Torek, again, it's not just been the power for him. It's been the speed. It's been the base running, the defense. The power's just an extra bonus for him. I mean, he's been hitting to all fields. He's been walking, and so far he's been the player of the game basically every other night for this team. As he takes a ball right there, 3-2 count. But being able to have that steady presence in the lineup as that one goes inside on him for a walk. Torek's going to take first base for the Powers hits leader, Austin Haller, who is 2 for 2 on the night with a double, has an RBI, and he scored in that first inning.
Yeah, that's just a good job by Torek to get another rally going here for the Power. We talked about it earlier. They've scored at least 2 runs in the first 3 innings, and Aiden Torek continuing to get on base and really just being a vocal point for this offense. He came in with a 9-game on-base streak and make that 10 now for him.
Haller gets way under that and actually crushes that. way out of here, but looks like it was a long foul ball.
Yeah, you talk about absolute power from Haller. Something we haven't seen. That was a pitch up and in. And, you know, I haven't talked about this, but I know Austin Haller very well. Going to high school with him, I've played baseball with him since 4 years old, and he had a lot of pop in high school. Talking about him and his new approach, and he's just trying to put line drive swings, not really trying to go deep. He's more just trying to get base hits, trying to get on base. That's really his role, but he gives that one a ride there, and that's definitely the furthest ball we've seen so far this summer from him, but unfortunately it was a foul ball.
I mean, coming from Haller, too, it's a pitch that one gets in on there and hits him. I mean, it was a pitch that the way it came off the bat, I mean, it looked like it was going to hang up there a little longer. It didn't look like it was going to get out, but it kept going and going and going. I mean, that's one of the harder hit balls we've seen all year, but he just pulled it foul.
Yeah, Haller going to shake that one off. That one got him there by his left side. That's not going to feel good, but again, just get in on base. That's his job, and Haller continuing to do that now with a walk and now a hit by pitch.
Runners go on the passed ball. Just got by Max Shore right there. I'm sorry, it was a wild pitch. 1-0 to Blythe, or to Kirkland. Kirkland 1 for 1 on the day, walked in the first, had a single in the second, or in the third, scored on that. 1-0 pitch, drives that one down the right field line. That's going to get down into the wall. 1 run will score. Austin Haller following Torek. They can both walk in. Mark Kirkland with a stand-up triple.
And that's got to feel good for Mr. Mark Kirkland. That is all 3 times now he's reached on base, his second of the night, and that's his second triple as well of the season for him. And he's continuing to really just fill that number 5 spot really well for this power lineup and just continuing to dominate for the offensive side.
Kirkland absolutely unloaded on that one, 102 off the bat. And once that thing found grass, I mean, it just went straight to the wall, and both runners could practically walk home. First pitch to Angel Cortez, low for a ball. Again, Cortez in for Alonso Reyes as he swings through that one. Hopefully Reyes is okay. Hopefully it's nothing major or injury related at all. But right now it's Cortez for the rest of the night. Kirkland on third, 1-1 pitch. Misses the zone. Ball 2.
Yeah, this power team, this offense is just absolutely unreal. You talk about just being able to continue to answer in runs, and that's what they've been able to do.
Angel Cortez with a 2-2 count. That one's going to go high. Max Shore has to jump up for it. We'll go full. No outs here in the 4th inning. Again, Power have put up another 2. It's 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 here in the 4th. And there might be more right there. Angel Cortez sends one into right. Mark Kirkland's going to tag. And a sac fly for the Power. It's 9-3.
And that's what you want to see from Cortez. You come in the game not knowing you're going to start, and he's put the ball in play twice now. This time a sac fly RBI. And Power now with a commanding 9-3 lead and just the bottom of the 4th.
In comes Cody Kashimoto. He's got on a couple times. Had that awkward at-bat in the first where Alonso Reyes was caught stealing. And Kashimoto sends that one into right field. That'll be another hit. Again, Kashimoto 2 for 2 on the night. He got a walk in the 3rd and a single here in the 4th. Power just 1 out. And Richie Amavisca up to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about Power just continuing now to hit the new pitcher for the Pirates and Brett Bowers. We talked about the new player he is, and
That one's just off Amaviska's hand. It's going to be a tough play. Quick throw down to first. Gets him. Solid play by Waltz over there at shortstop to get Amaviska, who was busting it out of the box. But that moves Kashimoto into scoring position for Aiden Perez.
Yeah, that's just a good, well-located pitch, and Amaviska trying to fight that pitch right there on the inside corner, right near the hands, but it's off the handle, unfortunately, and it's a soft contact. He shows the good hustle out of the box, but unable to beat it out, and Kashimoto able to advance into scoring position.
Breaking ball in there for a first pitch strike against Aiden Perez. Again, he struck out in the second, had an RBI single in the third. And Power hoping for more right here. Up 9-3 here in the fourth. 0-1 pitch. High for a ball. The Power, it's not too common where you see him score like this. They've had innings back-to-back scoring, but I mean, I don't think I've seen him so far this year start with 4 straight innings scoring, much less 3 in a row with 2 and another one with 3 right here, as that one goes down and away for a ball.
Yeah, Power just continuing. We've seen a lot of crooked numbers that this Power team has done, but I mean, as you mentioned, they like to score big in big innings, but they don't really do this, as you said, consistently on a consistent basis, but they've been able to do that tonight.
1-1 pitch fouled back off the net. 1-2 count here in Palm Springs. 2 outs. Kashimoto at second base. Again, Aiden Perez at the plate. It's not Alex Chavez on the mound anymore. He went the first 3 innings. Pitch to Perez off the hands. High fly ball to shortstop. Camping under that. Wallace will take that for the 3rd out of the inning. 3rd out, but the Power don't go down quietly. Again, 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Brenton Thiels will go back out, and he'll be taking on 2, 3, and 4 of the Pirates lineup. We'll be right back on the Power Broadcasting Network.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Of outdoor living spaces in the desert, nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Welcome back. Top of the 5th here in Palm Springs. Power up 9-3. They're up 6. Again, Power 9 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. The Pirates 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and Brenton Thiels, who settled in nicely, Jayce.
Yeah, I mean, after that rough first inning, as we mentioned, he's just been going back out on the bump, and he hasn't let that phase him, and I think that's really important as a pitcher when you haven't had your best stuff in that first inning, but a lot of pitchers, they get stronger as they go on to ball games, and he's been locating ever since.
And he's going to need his best stuff here. 2, 3, and 4 of the Pirates lineup due up. Garrett Patterson, the first one. And he takes that for a ball. The UC San Diego Triton product. Didn't get any playing time over there, but he just graduated from high school out of Upland, California. Bonita High School. And he takes a second pitch ball. Patterson singled in the first, grounded into a fantastic double play by Cody Kashimoto in the second. And here for his third at bat, another pitch goes wild for a third ball.
Yeah, again, we haven't really seen this a lot from Brenton Fields with a lot of 3-ball counts. Again, coming into tonight, 0 walks. He allowed 2 in the first, and he's 1 ball away from suffering his third of the night.
Fields 3-0 pitch. Catches the zone for strike 1. Again, Fields had that rocky first inning, went walk, single, E5, another single, and it kind of spiraled out from there as that pitch just goes inside for a walk, ball 4. But since then, he's been great.
Yeah, and you know Brenton Fields, he at least wants to get out of this inning. He's 2-0 in his first 2 appearances, and you know he wants to try and qualify if Power can hold on to this big 6-run lead so far here in the 5th. You know he wants to qualify for another win, and he's got to obviously record another 3 more outs here in this inning in order for that to happen.
So far he's 2-0 in his Power tenure, hoping to go 3-0, and he's given up. Going into this game, it was no earned runs. Here's his first 3 earned runs, or 2 earned runs, 3 of them total. But he's been fantastic for the Power as he fires in a first pitch fastball for a strike against Landon Greenhouse. The former dirtbag, Greenhouse, reached on an error, stole a base, and he swings right through another high fastball.
Yeah, we're starting to see him go to that upper fastball. We mentioned it. He's been going a lot to the lower quadrant of the zone tonight, but obviously when you can mix that in once in a while for any hitter, it's hard to lay off a pitch like that as that ball was out of the zone.
0-2 pitch by Fields. Right over Haller's head into center field. Runners won't move anymore, but that's a single for Landon Greenhouse.
Yeah, and that's just a good swing. You talk about perfect location, an 0-2 count right on the upper inside corner, and that's one of the toughest pitches to hit for any hitter, especially righty-righty, but he's able to lace that into right center. Beautiful line drive swing just over the second baseman Haller's head, and they got 2 on now with no one out.
Really good swing by a really talented hitter, and again, this lineup's full of them. It's what the Power haven't seen a ton of all year, a lineup full of a lot of high-end guys who are either D1 bounce backs or committed to D1 schools going forward. As the first pitch to Connor Green catches the bottom of the zone. Another cutter from Fields. We've seen him lean on that pitch a little bit. Again, it's a bit of a change from his outing against the Highlanders. He was almost exclusively fastball.
Still no bullpen movement as well for Power. Seeing one guy start stretching out there with some band work on his arm, but besides that, just no warm-up tosses so far, and so, you know, that tells us one thing, and this is Brenton Fields' inning right here.
Fields 1-1 pitch, and he gives a look back to Garrett Patterson on second. But Fields, again, it made his home debut last time and was absolutely stunning, and Power fans hoping for much of the same. For James Appleford, who is expected to pitch tonight, hasn't pitched in a game yet this year. That one fouled over into the bullpen, 1-2 count.
Yeah, right-hander who supposedly just got here today. We'll see if he gets in. He is scheduled to go next, so that will be interesting. The UC Riverside product.
Fields 1-2 pitch, fires back to second. Haller gets it, a throw was high. And everyone's safe. Evan Avidia diving back in there.
Yeah, I love the move right there from Fields. We've already seen him pick off one runner tonight at second base, and obviously the guy who he picked up is the batter right now in Connor Green.
Fields gets that one off the end of Green's bat. That one's going to go into the park next to us. 1-2 pitch. Fields looking for a 6th strikeout of the night. No outs, 2 on here. Power up by 6. Fields fires that one low in the zone. Doesn't get the call, though.
Yeah, that's a cutter, and If that's a slider, you might see a swing and miss, but the cutter has a little more cut to it and a little more speed, and you're not going to get as many swing and misses on a low cutter like that.
2-2 pitch, deuce is wild here. Thiels, back pick from Cortez, and he gets him at first. Landon Greenhouse couldn't get back in time. Over to third goes Garrett Patterson, but the power stealing out from the Pirates.
How about that throw? You talk about an unbelievable throw right on the dot. Perfect throw right to Kirkland, a low throw where you can just kind of have that slick tag, and he gets the runner just before the hand there of the runner, Landon Greenhouse, and a big out number one. You see the manager, Charlie, for the Inland Valley Pirates trying to talk it over, but Patterson as well was able to advance to third, so now really all you have to do as a hitter if you're Connor Green is to get that ball in the outfield with a runner 90 feet away, but that's a big out number one, and we'll see if the call stands.
Ben Sontag and John Mejia will talk about it right now, but Connor Green with a full count and what looks like one out here. Or I'm sorry, what looks like, one out here. Again, power with one on, and after a strike by Thiels, it could be one on and two outs, and Sonny Rios coming up.
Yeah, and the manager, he does not like the call, and after the call was officially announced that he is out, he's going to keep talking it over, and I think what he's trying to say is he's trying to say that both umpires didn't have the best angle on it. Obviously, the only a two umpire crew, not a four. So obviously the base umpire was standing more toward the second base area and Ben Sontag, and obviously you have John Mejia behind the plate. So obviously that's not a bad argument as far as not having the best angle. Obviously you're not super close to it, but either way it's a bang play, and usually a play like that a lot of times is going to go in favor of the defense. And just an unbelievable throw by Cortez and a really good tag as well. A little slick tag from Mr. Mark Kirkland.
Cortez, again, part of the story for the Power going into the season. Catcher was a bit of a weak spot. They weren't even sure if they were going to have enough catchers to have a backup field the roster. I mean, we were at a point where we were considering our very own E.J. Sanchez was going to have to be the bullpen catcher on opening weekend. But right now, Brenton Thiels full count and blows a fastball right by Connor Green, swings at it below the zone. Brenton Thiels, 6th strikeout of the night, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, and how about that little long delay? As a hitter, you're just waiting for the conversation to end up, and obviously that could have a little bit of effect there on that swing out of the zone. But you're able to get a big strikeout there, and now there's 2 outs for the runner at third, and all you need is 1 more out, and you're out of the inning with no damage.
2 outs here for Thiels, first pitch, and that one's going to go right into right field, an RBI single for Sonny Rios on the first pitch.
Yeah, another good swing. That's twice now Rios has gone the other way against Thiels, and that will be another run allowed now for Brenton Thiels. But he's just trying to get out of this. He just needs 1 more out. You're up 9-4, and obviously there is bullpen movement now going down there. So we'll have word on that in a second. It does look like the southpaw, Andrew Pinedo. So we'll confirm that. But we'll see first if Brenton Thiels can get out of this inning.
Thiels, again, most importantly, 5 innings of solid, or 4 2/3 innings, 5 if he could finish this of solid work for the Power, keeping them in the game and keeping them ahead. If he can get this out right here, he's in line to go 3-0. But 2-0 count against Diego Orozco, who's got a pair of Ks tonight.
Yeah, and if you know this, if you're Brenton Thiels, you know that this hitter hasn't had a lot of success against you, and you should just go right after him.
Thiels 2-0 pitch, right down the middle, strike 1.
And right on cue, I mean, you've been continuing to go at this hitter, just pumping fastballs, and he's had a hard time picking up the arm angle for Diego Orozco tonight from batting from the left side.
2-1 pitch from Thiels. Orozco watches that one catch the corner, another fastball.
And what Thiels does so well is you see the arm angle and you see the release point when he delivers it. His arm, his throwing arm is really hidden from the back of his body when he really rears back and lets it go. And that's tough as a hitter when all you really see is that last second when he's lifting up his arm and releasing it.
Brenton Thiels, 2-2 pitch goes outside, and runner will take third. Sonny Rios Basically a free stolen base right there. Thiels wasn't looking at him, and a long windup. That's a free base right there. A runner in scoring position for Orozco right here. But full count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, or top of the 5th. Thiels blows a fastball right by him. 7th strikeout of the night for Brenton Thiels through 5 innings. Power give up a run, but they're still up 5. Lineup due up in the 5th. We'll be right back.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Bottom of the 5th here in Palm Springs. Power sending the top of the lineup up. Eli Brown, Noah Blythe, and Aiden Torek due up. And Jayce, we've got a new guy on the mound, someone you're familiar with, Aiden Haller.
Yeah, this is actually Austin Haller's brother from Power, and obviously as well from La Mirada, California. He actually went to La Mirada High School, unlike Austin Haller, and he actually didn't even pitch in high school, but actually talking to Austin the other day, Aiden Haller, as he gets ahead to the first hitter 0-1, he's trying to get back into the pitching. He did it a lot growing up, and he's trying to get back and really kind of be a two-way player at Santa Ana College, which he redshirted this year, but he'll be going back next year.
Haller gets Brown to chop that one off the end of the bat, but runs off the mound, throws that down to first, and quick out. 1-3 put out.
Yeah, good start for him. Able to get a quick out against a very good hitter, and obviously Eli Brown. And obviously we would love to see the Haulers go back at it, and Haulers actually third up this inning if Blythe or Torek can try and get on.
No Blythe up. Flew out to center, had an RBI single, and struck out in the 3rd inning. And now he's here to face Aiden Haller. Blythe has to get away from that curveball coming in on him. 1-0. Here, 1 out, and Power up 5, 9-4. 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings and 3 runs in the 4th. Blythe watches that one inside. High curveball again. Looks like it slipped out of the hand a little bit.
Yeah, Aiden Haller actually pitched against the Power in one of the doubleheader game, and we'll have those stats in a second.
Haller gets Blythe to chop one off the end of that bat right there. Down to first, and that's 3 unassisted.
Yeah, quick 2 outs so far for Aiden Haller, and he's been able to get a couple ground outs, soft contact as well, and that's obviously encouraging to see early on for him.
Aiden Torek in. Doubled in the first, a single in the second, walked in the fourth. 2 for 2 so far today. Scored a run, has an RBI. And looking to add to it right here. Curveball misses well outside. Pulled that, and Max Shore had to almost dive after it. Torque against Haller. Haller's second pitch finds the zone for strike one.
Yeah, that pitch right there. You see that big curveball kind of starting right at the right-handed hitter's hands, and it just curves in last second. That was a great pitch.
1-1 pitch. Torque sends that one right up the middle. It's his third hit of the day. Torque to first, and Austin Haller up to face off against his younger brother.
Yeah, Torque now, that's his 20th hit of the season, and now the matchup that we want, Austin Haller versus Aiden Haller. And Austin actually did face his brother in that road doubleheader, and he got him to ground out. So far, Aiden Haller up 1-0 in the battle, and this time Austin trying to get the best of his brother.
And Austin right now the leader in hits for the Power, hitting .468 coming into the game. But hitless so far tonight. 0 for 1, has a walk, and was hit by a pitch. First pitch to Austin. That catches the corner for strike one. Austin, again, he's been so good for the Power. First time hitting cleanup tonight. He's hit all over the lineup. And with an 0-1 pitch from his little brother, Austin has to get out of the way of that. And that might have caught him. Looks like it did, in on the foot, and Haller is in some pain. Hopefully it's nothing major. 84, and Austin Haller is just going to sit down right now, take off all of his gear, and again, hopefully he's okay. It looked like that might have gone him off either the shin or off the foot.
Now that is something, obviously originally laughing that obviously his brother hitting him there, but now he's on the ground, and obviously you got to hope it's nothing serious. Trainers are checking on him. It definitely got him on the foot, maybe the ankle area of the left foot. Kind of a back foot as a left-handed hitter, and was I believe a heater at 84 right there on the foot. It's obviously not going to feel good, but obviously the thing you want to see is hoping that he can at least just walk it off. Nothing major, as we mentioned. Dalton Thomas does have his helmet on now and entering the field, and he might be asked to take over for Haller in this game.
And how can Aiden Haller continue this inning? I mean, it's gonna be a task, because I mean, that's such an emotional roller coaster right there. You're so psyched up to face off against your brother. You get a strike on him, and then you hit him, and right now take him out of the game. Looks like Dalton Thomas will take over the duties at second.
Yeah, he has to be helped off there. He wasn't stepping on it the first couple steps, but now he's slowly starting to put some weight on it. And obviously, hopeful that Austin Haller, the power hit leader, is okay. And Dalton Thomas, we mentioned, will take over for Haller the rest of the game, and hoping that obviously Austin's okay. And now if you're Aiden Haller on the mound, is a mindset when you hit a pitch, when you hit a batter like that and there's that long delay, you know, all you're thinking about is that last pitch. So it could work in Power's favor as far as leaving some pitches over the zone and seeing if Kirkland, who's had a big night, can capitalize.
Mark Kirkland, 2 for 2, had a walk in the first and sees a first pitch fastball way high. And for Aiden Haller, it's not just you hit a batter. It's you took your brother out of the game. Right now he's being tended by the trainers over by the Power dugout. And, I mean, just to imagine what's in that young man's mind right now. But right now, the task at hand, 2 on, and Mark Kirkland up to bat.
And so far, the first 2 pitches, nowhere near the zone.
Aiden Torek at second, Dalton Thomas for Austin Haller at first, and Mark Kirkland, who's had a single in the third, a triple, one of the hardest hit balls of the year by him in the fourth. And right here, he just gets on top of a fastball. Sends that one straight into the dirt. We'll go again, 2-1.
And that's the second time as well that Haller was hit by a pitch tonight. So he'll finish his evening 0 for 1 with a walk and 2 hit by pitches, 2 runs scored.
And what a tough way to end your hitting streak right there. I mean, he got on twice, but a curveball that slipped out of the hand and a fastball that clips him right there, and that one might have got Mark Kirkland.
Yeah, he barely dodged that pitch. That looked like more like a slurve, more like a slider. That one had more cut movement on it, and I mean, again, behind in the count, 3-1's only throwing 1 strike, and again, that hit by pitch can really definitely be in the back of your head.
3-1 to Kirkland. He gets that one off the end of the bat, gets that out to left field. Coming in on it is Rios, and he'll take that for the 3rd out of the inning. Power put up the first 0 of the night, but more importantly is the health of Austin Haller, who had to leave after getting hit by a pitch there. We'll be back, and looks like Brenton Thiel's night is done. We'll fill you in after a break.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning here in Palm Springs. And we've got a new guy on the mound, a new face for Power fans, James Appleford. UC Riverside product, and he'll come in and make his Power debut after Brenton Thiel's what was looking like could be a tough outing for him. 3 runs in the first inning, but he settled in nicely. 4 runs, 3 earned, 5 innings, 7 Ks, just 3 walks, and he's in line for his 3rd win of the year.
Yeah, I mean, he threw the ball well after that rough first inning, as we mentioned, and he really kept his composure and was able to get 4 more quality innings.
Appleford, first pitch is a ball up and away, 88 against Eddie Alfaro. 0 for 1 so far today with a walk in the first. 1-0 pitch, and he loses his bat right there off the end of the bat. Fouled into the back of the net, and his bat goes the exact opposite direction. Almost missed the net entirely. Could have gone into the stands.
Yeah, we've seen a couple times now tonight where a lot of hitters, they haven't had the best grip on their batting gloves with the wood bats, all wood bat league here for the CPCL, and obviously that's scary as a pitcher when you see a batter like that just obviously lose the bat there, but obviously not intentional, and hopefully as the next one misses outside, they can just keep holding on to that bat.
2-1 pitch, and Alfaro still confident in it, doesn't go back for any pine tar or anything, just steps back in the box. 2-1 pitch from Appleford. Saws him off right there, sends another ball into the bullpen. 2-2. No outs here in Palm Springs. Again, Power up 9-4. 3 straight innings started the game with 2 runs each. 3 in the 4th, nothing in the 5th. 2-2 pitch goes way outside. Breaking ball just slipped out of his hand. And for Appleford, just hoping to continue what's been fantastic performance after fantastic performance out of the Power bullpen. Full count pitch. Chopper to Kashimoto. He's going to throw it down to Kirkland. Long throw gets him in time.
Yeah, good play right there. Getting it started, and that's what you want to see. First at bat, you pitch, and you get a ground ball right there. And now it looks like a potential pinch hitter for the Pirates, number 29, Adrian Diaz.
Adrian Diaz taking over for Evan Avidia. Avidia reached once on a hit by pitch, but grounded out to first in the first inning. Diaz out of Riverside Community College, or Riverside City College, I'm sorry, the Tigers. A lot of RCC players in this lineup, and a lot of them are locals or fairly local, familiar with the area. First pitch is a ball.
Yeah, Appleford so far pumping in the high 80s, pardon me, and continuing to pump strikes and really get ahead of hitters early on.
Fastball finds the zone. Outside corner. Just down, and for the Power, it's a similar approach that Brenton Thiels had. Just work the low part of the plate, try and get a lot of ground balls, make the defense work. Eventually get one in for a strike as that one went high, 2-1 count. Appleford to Diaz. Watches that one and catch the corner again. 2-2 pitch, 1 out. Again, the Power, so far they're up 5 and looking to go for their 32nd straight win. So that pitch by Appleford goes well outside. Full count. And it's been a lot of these new guys, a lot of the new faces who have came in late, who have contributed so much. That one misses. Didn't get the call according to our TrackMan and just clipped the zone. But we've seen it a lot tonight. The catcher was set up low and away and a pitch high and in. Doesn't get the call because Cortez had to reach so far across the plate. So down to first, Diaz will go. And again, the local kid, Max Shore. Very talented kid out of Palm Desert. Captain that Aztecs team. Watches that first pitch strike. For Daryl Salazar, he was the CIF Player of the Year in 2019, originally committed to play at University of San Diego. And when that didn't work out, he turned to the school a lot of his teammates have. RCC, was a Tiger for a year, had a great year. Was fantastic with the bat and parlayed that into a trip to Fresno State. Shore swings right through the fastball there. Low and away and gets him for the second strike. 1-2 count.
Yeah, good pitch right there to get back ahead of the hitter, and it's like a little something off that one, a little downward movement there on that pitch.
Shore looking for his second hit of the night. Not going to get it there. Off speed, up and in. Ball 2, 2-2 count.
Yeah, trying to go to that slider, try and jam the right-handed hitter from the southpaw, but that time it was a little more overthrown and missed up.
2-2 count. Runner on first is Diaz, and Shore swings right through that. First strikeout of the night for James Appleford. First strikeout of his Power career.
Yeah, good pinch right there. Goes back to the heater upstairs. That one at 86, and just a well-located pitch, able to get that strikeout pitch that he needed, and after the one-out walk, he's 1 out away from stranding it.
Shore, a guy who doesn't strike out a lot. Already 2 on the night from 2 power arms. And that first pitch to Isaiah Walls has to duck out of the way of 87 up and in. Walls 1 for 2 on the night. Has a single in the first, or second, and that throw down by Cortez on a running Diaz just late.
That was a good throw. I mean, you talk about a good jump there from Diaz, and Cortez made that play a lot closer than it was going to look originally, but he did a good job getting that quickly out of the hand and nearly nabbing him.
Cortez showing off the cannon, able to throw it downer from the knees. As another fastball catches the zone for strike one. 2-1 count here to Walls. Fastball high, ball three. Walls again, single in the second, walked in the first, and scored against Brenton Thiels on an error. And right here, hoping to get his team a little bit closer, and he walks right there.
Yeah, just a pitch that just missed outside, about a baseball off the plate, and John Media's strike zone's been pretty good tonight, but you talk about not really living to that right side of the plate, more toward the left side, and that's just kind of what you've seen.
Garrett Patterson comes up. The DH for the Pirates has a hit and watches a first pitch fastball miss for ball one. Has a hit. He walked in the fifth and scored. Scored both times, and again was the victim of a fantastic double play up the middle by Kashimoto and Haller. Breaker catches the zone for a strike. 1-1. 2 outs, 2 on here in Palm Springs. Again, the Power up by 5, and dancing around there on second is Adrian Diaz. He gets there back in time.
Yeah, if Appleford recognizes that just a second earlier, you might have a closer play, maybe even a pickoff right there. Talk about a big lead there from Adrian Diaz there at second.
0-1 pitch, Appleford fires. And just misses the zone, another breaker. Looked like a slider out of the hand. Had the horizontal movement. 1-1 pitch. Another one outside. 3-1 count. 2 outs, 2 on. Again, Power up by 5. Garrett Patterson hoping to change that with one swing. And that pitch is going to miss high for his second walk of the night. Back-to-back walks for Appleford. And Angel Cortez is going to run out there to talk.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. And now we have a pinch hitter for the Pirates coming up. Looks like Dom Porter.
Dom Porter in, Landon Greenhouse out. The talented outfielder went 1 for 3, reached on an error and scored after stealing a base, struck out in the third. And Angel Cortez and Appleford's discussion is over, and we've got 2 outs and bases loaded. Porter replacing the 3-hole hitter for the Pirates.
Yeah, Dom Porter, the outfielder from Golden West College and from San Pedro, California.
First pitch to Porter almost gets away from Cortez.
Yeah, good job there from Cortez. When you're bending down on the knees, and obviously you're there as a catcher with your stance. Obviously not really looking for a pitch way up like that, but that one got away and he's able to snag it.
Second pitch, 1-0. Misses the zone. Just a little high, 2 balls.
And I wouldn't be surprised. You see, obviously, Bear Pinedo, the southpaw from Hope International University, warming up if this is his last batter.
2-0 pitch, and he's missed again. 5 straight balls for James Appleford, and he's hoping to find the zone or else he'll walk in a run. And that's going to do it right there. Ball 4, runner walks in. It's Adrian Diaz who scores from third. Everyone will move up. Isaiah Walls goes down to third, Garrett Patterson to second, and Porter to first.
Yeah, and
4th walk of the inning.
Yeah, now you get a good mound visit, much needed mound visit. Reed Santos, obviously the pitching coach for Power, but your Appleford, you're trying to compete on the mound, and You just haven't found the zone. And actually, it looks like he's going to make the signal instead of Casey Dill.
Appleford's night is done. Doesn't allow a hit, but through 2/3 of an inning, walks 4, and he leaves Bear Pinedo to come out. The local product is going to have all the time to warm up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. We'll be right back after a break.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always,
Welcome back. Power up 4 in the 6th. Top of the 6th here in Palm Springs, and Andrew Bear Pinedo coming in with the bases loaded and 2 outs, hoping to get out of a jam.
Yeah, Bear Pinedo, the southpaw from Hope International University, 6 foot 215, and he's pitched in 4 innings. He's pitched to 15 batters. He's allowed 2 walks, but 9 strikeouts and no earned runs. He actually pitched in his power debut on the road against the Inland Valley Pirates. 2 innings, 7 strikeouts, or 6, pardon me, out of the 7 batters faced and 1 walk. So all 6 outs recorded in that inning were via the strikeout.
Pinedo first pitch to Connor Green is a strike, catches the bottom of the zone at 90, and he's one of the many guys who late addition to the power, but it's for a good reason. Hope International went on to win the NAIA World Series. A 1 pitch just by the first base bag, and Mark Kirkland will take that for what looked like a quick out, but it's going to be a late call by John Mejia at home plate as a foul ball.
Wow. That's a really late call. You already had the infield pretty much going into the dugout.
But it's a quick 0-2 count here for Bear Pinedo. Again, spent some time at Concordia Irvine. La Quinta High School graduate. And he gets that sawed off the end of the bat. Dalton Thomas throw down to first, and there's the 3rd out of the inning. Bear Pinedo gets out of the jam for the power. And it'll be the bottom of the lineup due up in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back for the Power Baseball broadcast.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th here in Palm Springs. For 55 years, the Old Spaghetti Factory has been family-owned and operated. Visit today and start your own family tradition with affordable meals, excellent service, and a beautiful setting. And to keep up to date with everything Palm Springs Power, follow us on social media. Follow the Power on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Palm Springs Power, or visit our website at palmspringspowerbaseball.com. Bottom of the 6th, Angel Cortez, Cody Kashimoto, and Richie Amavisca due up, but it's a new pitcher. Pirates sending in a new guy. It's Anthony Vasquez out of Cal Poly Pomona.
Yeah, and Aiden Haller's night's done. Just 5 batters faced, 1 inning, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, and no strikeouts nor runs allowed.
And most importantly, as Cortez gets under that, sends that one into the sky. Camping under it is Alfaro. He'll haul that one in for the first out of the inning. But most important part of that outing by Aiden Haller is just hoping for the health of his brother Austin, who left after getting hit in the leg by a pitch and was on the ground in considerable pain.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the ground there for a little while, and so we wait for this pitch to go by for a strike. But, yeah, I mean, on the ground for a while, trainers checking him out. First couple steps couldn't put some weight on it, but then it was good to see at least for him to start putting a little weight on it as he made his way into the dugout.
Cody Kashimoto, 2 for 2, make it 3 for 3 with 3 singles. Could turn this one into the double. Going into second. Throw's not going to be in time. Didn't even haul it in. Cody Kashimoto, 3 for 3 with two singles, a walk, and a double.
And that is why you run a hard 90 right out of the batter's box. A shot hit into the gap. He hustles that in for a double, and that's going to make a manager super excited over there when you have a player like that hustling, going right after making that hard contact into left center.
Haller with a solid hit, but wasn't anything out of the ordinary, just his hustle out of the box. Dead sprint, took a great turn out of first. And he knew he had a chance all the way, and with the high throw, it was an easy hustle double. 0-1 pitch to Richie Amavisca. Looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3 with the strikeout. 1 out. Cody Kashimoto on second. Vasquez fires that one low and away. Max Shore does a good job to keep it in front of him. Great block on what looked like a cutter in the dirt. Had a weird bounce on it. 1-1 pitch. Vasquez to Amavisca. And Shore, another great block right there. 2 pitches well out of the zone, not even competitive out of the hand. And Cody Kashimoto could have been standing at third if it wasn't for the work of Max Shore. 2-1 pitch. Amavisca just looking for something to hit. That one's not going to do it. Way up fastball. A good 2 feet above the zone, around Amavisca's head level. 3-1 pitch for Amavisca. Vasquez gets the sign. Looks back at Kashimoto, kicks and deals. And Amavisca fouls that one back. Looks like Max Shore took a piece of that. Umpire's going to give Vasquez a new ball, and it gives Shore a little bit of time to recuperate off that. A foul ball off the mask never feels good. But Richie Amavisca with a full count and 1 out. A runner in scoring position. It's Cody Kashimoto again after the hustle double.
Yeah, it's a big at-bat here. Pirates staying alive, only down 4, and they start creeping back. They only scored 3 in the top of the first, but they've scored a run each in the last 2 half innings in the top of the 5th and the 6th, and You know, this is a team for the Pirates, very talented, and they don't go away easy.
Vasquez didn't like the sign, but gets the pitch, and can't tell if that hit him or went inside for a ball.
Yeah, I believe home plate umpire John Mejia said it nipped him, so he did give him the hit by pitch signal. Either way, walk or a hit by pitch, it was a 3-ball, 2-strike count. So either way, he's on first now, and Power back with the 2 runners on like last inning. See if they can cash in here.
Aiden Perez, again, late addition to the lineup, replaced Dom Hughes. So far, he's 1 for 3. Had a single, got an RBI right there, and couldn't hold up on the breaking ball in the dirt. Strike 1. Perez looking to send it up to the top of the lineup. There's 1 out, 1 strike on him. Hoping to get it to Eli Brown. Perez with 2 on. Little chopper to second base, turn to short, throw back down to first in time. Power go down on a 4-6-3 double play. Alfaro and Walls do a great job right there to rob the Power of a potential bases loaded situation with Eli Brown coming up, but top of the lineup will be up for the 7th inning. And we'll be back for the top of the 7th inning with middle of the Pirates lineup due up. We'll be right back.
Top of the 7th, back here, Jayce Cicinelli, Stephen Buxton on here for your final 3 innings of the ballgame. Power with a 9-5 lead, and they're trying to hold on to this as Pinedo pumps a strike in there to the 5-hitter, Sonny Rios. Rios 2 for 3, couple singles, RBI, and a strikeout. Pinedo came on to get the last out of a bases-loaded jam, is cut on and miss for strike 2, and quickly ahead 0-2 to Rios. Appleford in his Power debut, 4 walks, walked the bases loaded, and allowed a run earned. Pinedo was able to get out of the jam, first batter faced with a ground out. This is outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and for Pinedo, it looked like he was out of the inning 2 pitches earlier. Little chopper down to first base by Connor Green. Mark Kirkland hauled it over to first, but it was a late call for a foul.
And that's one of the weirdest foul balls you will ever see. A check swing. Looked like it might have spiked in the dirt off the handle, and that goes sailing down the right side by the Pirates dugout. So we'll do it again at 1-2. From the windup and delivery. Got him on the off speed. Cortez does have to complete the strikeout, and he does. Fires a bullet to first for out number 1 here in the 7th.
That's such a great job by Pinedo. He was pounding the zone with the fastball and right after that, he trusts his off-speed stuff enough to throw a curveball in the dirt. Probably went about 58 feet, but from the start, it's looking like a low fastball and gets the chase. And right here against Diego Orozco, looking to make him victim of a fourth strikeout of the night.
Looks like a pinch hitter. I believe it's Steven Mera pinch hitting. Obviously making sense, as you mentioned. Orozco finishing his night 0 for 3 with the hat trick and quickly getting ahead.
Yeah, and for the Pirates, it's basically the last thing you can do. Take out the guy who's the baseball's basically looking like, I mean, a lead bead at that point. I mean, it's almost impossible to hit. So when you're down 4 in the late innings, hoping to mount some kind of comeback, maybe a switch up in the lineup, give you a little spark.
Slider, that one dived outside. 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Trying to get a big strikeout pitch here. The 2-2 delivery. And this one sailed off into right, carrying Blythe back a couple steps to his right and makes the catch for out number 2.
And for Pinedo, it's been a great start so far to his outing. I mean, come in with the bases loaded, immediately get out of that jam, don't allow any runners, and now here 2 quick outs. He's just been pounding the zone, and I mean, with his stuff, it's high 80s, low 90s. It's more than enough to not be afraid to have to nibble around the corners.
So 2 outs, first pitch swinging Eddie Alfaro as he fouls that back to the netting. Alfaro 0 for 2 with a walk and was stranded in that long top of the first. 8 batters came up in that inning. This next one dives low. Power started this game down 3-0 in the top of the first. First time they've allowed a 3 spot in that first inning, and were able to follow it right back with 6 unanswered runs, or make that 9, pardon me, and Pirates have scored at least a run each in the top 5th and 6th inning. So 2 balls and a strike. Pinedo out of the stretch and delivers. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. Try to get him to chase and expand the zone, and behind in the count, 3-1. Adrian Diaz, who came on as a pinch hitter last inning, would be due up next. 3-1 delivery, and this one's a high fly ball right center field, but Torek calling for it, able to make the easy catch to retire the side. Pinedo works a 1-2-3 as Power coming back up. Stretch time from Palm Springs. 9-5 Power lead.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Bottom of the 7th is back to the top of the order for the Power. Eli Brown, Noah Blythe, and Aiden Torek trying to add more to their 9-5 lead. Power 6 outs away from advancing to a 13-0 start to the 2024 Power Baseball season as the first pitch starts out with a strike to Eli Brown. Brown 1 for 3, has reached on twice, a single walk, and a run scored. Next delivery, and he lifts a high pop-up in a shallow left center field. Shortstop running out there. Isaiah Waltz able to make the catch for the first out.
Yeah, Brown right there just got under a low fastball. Down and away and just hooked it way too far up. I mean, made solid contact on it, but has the hit on the night, but probably disappointed he couldn't do more with that pitch.
So one away for Noah Blythe. Blythe first pitch swinging, sends this one out to right, down the line, sending him back to the wall. Down the line, right around the foul line, but he's able to make the running grab. Diego Orozco, or pardon me, that was Steven Mera running out there down the line, and that thing just kept carrying.
Yeah, and for Noah Blythe, that's 2 well-hit balls, and you're 0 for 2 on him. I mean, he crushed one to center in the first inning right there. If he hits that one any lower, that's getting down for an extra base hit.
The always aggressive Aiden Torek, first pitch hacking and fouling that back to the netting. Torek's had himself a night. He's 3 for 3. RBI, 2 runs scored, and a walk as well. Next pitch, and a pop-up right to the second baseman, Eddie Alfaro, and he puts it away. 1-2-3, Power go down quickly here in the 7th. We'll go to the top of the 8th from Palm Springs Stadium. Power on top, 9-5.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Back here for the top of the 8th here at Palm Springs Stadium is 8-9-1 hitters for the Pirates. Adrian Diaz, Max Shore, and Isaiah Waltz. His Power continuing to lead this ball game 9-5, but Pirates have scored 2 runs within the last 3 innings. But Pinedo's looked sharp since coming into this ball game. 4 batters faced and 4 retired, including 1 strikeout. Been able to get soft contact, quick outs. He's been doing a lot of that. Still yet to allow an earned run so far to his Power career. Again, 3rd appearance on the season. He came in with 4 innings pitched tonight as the first pitch misses outside Adrian Diaz. Diaz came in as a pinch hitter for Evan Evidia. Walked, stole a base, and later came around to score in the 6th. 1-0. That one right at the knees. Good pitch. A ball and a strike.
And for these hitters, Pinedo's been so good this season. He's not the biggest guy, but coming from the left side, a little bit of a herky-jerky 3/4 windup.
Right back to the netting, a ball and 2 strikes.
And from Pinedo, throws it in the upper 80s from that left side. It's just hard to pick up.
A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2. Fastball upstairs and outside. The count will run even at 2-2. Pinedo living in the 80s, mid to high. That last one, however, was at 84. Trying to get the strikeout. The 2-2 way outside for ball 3. So the count will run full. On decks would be Max Shore. Got him! Struck him out, swinging 1 out. Second strikeout so far. We take a quick pause from the game. The Palm Springs Power have numerous exciting promotional days on the horizon. Tuesday, June 18th is Hispanic Heritage Night, presented by Las Quisales Terraza, with giveaways provided on Wednesday, June 19th. Bring your dog for Bark in the Park Night, featuring Mayor Max or Eddie Wild. Then Friday, June 21st, City of Palm Springs Night, with all Palm Springs residents receiving free admission and food. First pitch misses for ball 1, and tickets for that game, purchase them at the stadium box office on game day. 1-0 count here to Max Shore, the catcher. 1 for 3, a single, and a couple strikeouts.
That was a big pitch by Pinedo right there to strike out Diaz. Coming up with Max Shore at the plate. He's already got a hit, and he's proven that he can hit it to all fields. He's got the strikeout, but he's been a tough at-bat.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Power leading 9-5, no one on. Next pitch, and right there on the corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Max Shore. Andrew Pinedo, a.k.a. known as Bear Pinedo, goes by that name. And he's been doing a great job just pumping strikes, getting a lot of quick outs, and his pitch count very efficient is the 1-2. He wanted that pitch but didn't get it. It's a slider on the outside corner, and it was a ball according to our track man. About a ball off the plate, so the count will run even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Kicks and fires. Fouled. Straight back to the netting.
Yeah, that last pitch just curveball out of the hand, just didn't get it far enough over into the zone, hoping it could sweep over a little more. Went way more 12-6 than he wanted it to. It was a good pitch, but a better take by Max Shore.
2-2. Right back up the middle and off the glove. Coming over is the shortstop on the run in time. What a play by Cody Kashimoto, adding to his brilliant night. 2 outs.
Oh, my goodness, Jayce. I mean, that ball wasn't hit hard off the bat of Shore, but takes a little bit of a weird hop, almost gets a piece of Pinedo, slows it up a little, enough for Kashimoto, who's just dead sprint from closer to third base all the way up the middle and able to field it cleanly, and just a last-second desperation heave over to first, get him in time. I mean, that was a fantastic play.
2 outs, first pitch swinging, fouled straight back to Isaiah Waltz. Potential player of the game candidate, Cody Kashimoto. Been on base all 4 times, 3 hits, scored twice, a stolen base. He's done it all tonight, and obviously playing great defense as well. We've seen a bunch of terrific plays. So next pitch is in there, 0-2.
Yeah, he had that big double play earlier, and that one right there, the big concern is he had to make that transfer so quickly, so being able to get the throw off in time.
As the 0-2 pitch is sailed into short center field, that's going to be a base hit. Diving was the second baseman, Dalton Thomas, trying to get there, and he made a terrific effort. Just coming out of nowhere and almost getting there, but a 2-out bloop single for Isaiah Waltz.
Yeah, for Dalton Thomas, if that ball is a little earlier in that hop, he got it almost at the apex right there, coming up on him. Hits off the heel, and, I mean, it's just a tough play for him to make right there.
Next one is laced up the middle, coming over Dalton on the glove toss. but can't get there. What a great effort again. Dalton Thomas showing off the athleticism, the quick on his feet, and that would have been a thing of beauty, but hustling over quickly was Waltz.
Yeah, nothing Thomas could do right there. I mean, Waltz was at a dead sprint, and Garrett Patterson, same thing down to first. So a bit of a jam here for Pinedo.
So 2 on, 2 out. First one there to Dom Porter. Porter walked in an RBI. He was the batter that was walked in on a run. Next one's going to sail right around the netting, and easily advancing will be both runners. So more of a dangerous situation now. 2 outs, second and third, and obviously a base hit would score a pair and make it a 2-run game.
Yeah, that's a brutal hop right there. Just a tough break for Angel Cortez. He'll tell you he's got to have that every single time, but that pitch just bounces right off the plate and over him completely. He had no chance to get that.
So 2-0 the count. Trying to get ahead here, and he's fell behind to Porter. The 2-0. Way outside, and 3-0. On deck would be Connor Green. Right down Broadway in there for strike one.
And right here, if I'm Pinedo, you obviously want the out, but I'm not giving him anything to hit. If you walk him, that's fine. It's bases loaded, and you've got Connor Green up, who he's just 1 for 4 on the night.
As he waves and misses, good pitch right there on the lower quadrant of the zone. 3-2.
And the big thing is you would have the force out everywhere.
And he got him! Strikeout to end the inning. Pinedo able to escape the jam, keep the game where it's at, as Power's still up 9-5 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Back here for the bottom of the 8th is Power. Back here, top of the order, or pardon me, 4-5-6 is Dalton Thomas, who came in as a pinch runner for Haller, will lead off the inning after he was hurt on his last at-bat. So it will be Dalton Thomas, Mark Kirkland, and Angel Cortez. A big cut and a miss. Came up empty on the swing, and no balls and a strike to Dalton Thomas. Power trying to go to 13-0 and 7-0 in CPCL play. So the next one, slider dives outside, a ball and a strike.
And for Thomas right here, he was on the struggle bus to start the season, couldn't find a hit. I mean, he was having good at-bats, but just kept hitting them right at the fielders.
It's 1-1. He lifts this out down the right field line of foul territory, running on and now calling him off, and a good play by Eddie Alfaro for the first out.
And while that one's not going to go for a hit, I mean, he's been great the last couple games. I think it's 4 hits in the last 3 games, if I'm not mistaken. So once he got into the stride, I mean, it's been full sail for Dalton Thomas.
So one away from Mark Kirkland. Mark Kirkland, 2 for 3 with a walk. He scored twice, a single, a triple, and 2 RBIs. And now a quick pitching change, and that will be all as a new pitcher on for the Pirates. We'll go away quickly, but we'll be right back for the pitching change. Back here, new pitcher on for the Pirates with 1 out here in the home half of the 8th is going to be the man who started in this game in the 2-hole hitter, Garrett Patterson, will now toe the rubber, who's listed as a catcher from UC San Diego, but they're going to use him as a pitcher here. So he'll face the power 5-6 hitters, Mark Kirkland and Angel Cortez with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, and for Vasquez, it was 2 1/3 innings of quality work. You can't ask for a ton more. Faced 8 batters. He hit 1, but just allowed 1 hit. Other than that, no runs, no earned. Didn't walk anyone or strike anyone out, but it didn't matter.
So 1 out for Kirkland, and he takes low for ball 1. We mentioned the night that Kirkland's had, one of his best games of the season. 4 total bases for him, couple RBIs, runs scored, and he takes low 2-0. Kirkland, the Cal Baptist product, and again, one of the 7 returning players from Power last season, the 2-0 delivery. That one misses outside, and quickly 3-0 to Mark Kirkland.
And for Kirkland, he's entered his name in the transfer portal. He'll be leaving the Lancers, but he's sure to find a good home, especially with how well he's played in the summer.
Swinging 3-0, and he rolls one over to the right side. And quickly flipping it, Connor Green to the new pitcher for out number 1 to Garrett Patterson. So 2 outs now quickly here in the home half of the 8th. So they'll send up Angel Cortez from Cal State Northridge product. Made his commitment. Another guy from Cerritos College, like Alonzo Reyes, and has found his way to Cal State Northridge. 2 outs, bases empty. First pitch, and it catches the outside corner. No balls and a strike.
And for Angel Cortez, it's been a tough night. A couple flyouts. He had a sac fly, but he's still looking for his first hit.
Out of the windup on the 0-1. Kicks and fires. And that one misses low and in for ball 1. Cortez 0 for 3 since coming in. He replaced Alonzo Reyes, who left the game, hoping he's okay. Saw Austin Haller as well. 2 starters who have left the game, 2 key contributors to this Power offense. Is the next one right there on the knees on a ball and 2 strikes.
And it's especially vital for Alonzo Reyes, too, because if injured to any extent, then that would leave just Angel Cortez on the roster as
Little-
the only catcher.
Little quick pitch there, but he got him to foul it off down the right field line and out of play.
The Power recently sent Tyler Nelson and Derek Houston over to the PSCL where they'll be playing.
Yeah, Derek Houston being added to the A's roster for the PSCL. So A's lost a player. Next one's fouled off and out of play again. We've seen a couple power hitters. Nick Eli, Joe Jimenez, Johnny Young, Tyler Nelson. So he'll join that group. We'll do it again in a ball and 2 strikes. 2 away, bases empty. Lifts his leg and fires the 1-2. Got him swinging. That will end the 8th. Power go down again. 1-2-3 as we head to the top of the 9th. Power 3 outs away from holding on to the 9-5 lead.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Top of the 9th, 9-5 Power with the commanding lead, a 4-run lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. It's Andrew Pinedo back out there again, and he's thrown the ball very well so far in his outing. 2 1/3 so far, and looking for the final 3 outs, and the first one is just well behind the batter. That one just slipped right out of his hand, and a 1-0 count here to Connor Green, first baseman cleanup man for the Pirates. 1 for 4 with a single and 2 RBIs. So that one misses inside, and actually looks like a pinch hitter up, but we don't have the number again on the roster. So we'll have that as soon as we can. And there it is. It's going to be Mark DiCarlo pinch hitting for Connor Green.
Mark DiCarlo, RCC product out of Citrus Valley High School.
Check swing and a foul ball. So from 2-0 to 2-2, and getting right back in the count is Pineda.
Talented player, hit 280, 14 hits, a 648 on OPS. And the prospects like him. Had an 8 score on perfect game.
Next pitch. That one's fouled off to the right side into the dugout. Deuces wild, the 2-2. And just fouled. Cortez couldn't hold on to it. You talk about a good pitch. That one fastball in the low 80s, right on the inside corner, dotted. Able to paint it, but Cortez unable to hold on, so we'll do it again at 2-2. Power 9 runs on 11 hits. Pirates 5 on 9 hits. Next one, and that one runs inside and gets them. So a leadoff hit by pitch to open up the frame, and that will send up another pinch hitter for the Pirates.
Yeah, it looked like a cutter that just got out of the way, out of his hand, just slipped, and nothing you can do there other than just wear it and walk to first. Pinedo hoping he can maybe turn that into a double play, maybe strike him out. But hoping to get a couple quick outs here and close out another power win.
So this player's not on the roster, so sorry we don't have the name on this player. But reaching on the leadoff hit by pitch was DiCarlo. Next one. That one misses low and in. That one at 88. We've seen the two-seam that Pinedo provides, and then that's the four-seam right there. Mid to high 80s. Working out of the stretch with the leadoff hit by pitch. The 1-1. Chased and missed for strike 2. A ball off the plate on the outside corner, but he got him to chase and gets ahead 1-2 and starting to work at a quicker tempo. This time he takes his time, checks the runner, and delivers. That one in the dirt. Good block there from Cortez.
And you mentioned the tempo with Pinedo. It's kind of similar to how Richie Amavisca handled his outings. You'll see him quick pitch a lot of batters. You'll see him hold on to it for a while, even just stare at the batter over there at first. He's really trying to just change up the speed of things, control the pace.
2-2, and that one's a ground ball up the middle. Diving Dalton flips to one on to first. Aren't going to double him up, but Dalton Thomas robbing a base hit, a fielder's choice, and they're able to get a first out here in the ninth.
I mean, again, we've mentioned it over and over again. The defense up the middle by the Power tonight has been outstanding. This time it's not Cody Kashimoto, but Dalton Thomas coming in as the late replacement, and he hasn't missed a beat.
So here's Steven Marr, came in as a pinch hitter, flew out to right. He cuts and misses for strike 1. Runner in first, one out. Power looking for a ground ball here, try and win on a double play. Oh, 0-1 delivery. Slider right in the zone for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs did he go? He did not. Good waist pitch right there, trying to get him to expand, and wouldn't be surprised if he goes back upstairs again. One out, the 1-2. Slider got him! 2 outs in the ninth. Power 1 out away from sealing the deal.
Yeah, just a great pitch by Pinedo right there. Slider down and away. I mean, it honestly was never really on the plate. You're reaching for it at that point, and I mean, it's just a bad pitch to swing at.
So 1 out away. First pitch is in there to Eddie Alfaro. Alfaro 0 for 3 with the walk. Pinedo trying to seal the deal. 0-1. This one's ground ball to short. This could do it. Kashimoto across the diamond. On the bag, and he got him. The high throw. Kirkland keeps his foot on the bag. And the Power remain undefeated, 13-0, and 32 straight wins. Power, another complete game, pitching dominant, offense dominant, defense absolutely exceptional tonight. And you talk about another full team effort just added on for this season. Final score, Power win 9-5, 9 runs on 11 hits, 1 error. And for the Inland Valley Pirates, who are now 0-3 against the Power this season, they finished 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. So Power extend 13-0 on the season, 7-0 in the CPCL. And Brenton Thiels picking up another W on the mound. He'll improve to 3-0, and player of the game for the Power tonight, Cody Kashimoto, the shortstop who batted 7 tonight, 3 for 3, 2 runs scored, including a double, a walk. He got on base in all 4 of his plate appearances, the St. Mary's product, and what a night for him, getting on base, getting hits, showing off the speed, and playing ridiculous defense up the middle, and that's how this ball game will end. So Jayce Cicinelli, Stephen Buxton, wishing you guys all a very good rest of your night as Power continuing to win 13-0 and 7-0 in the CPCL.